it's time for UW Stevens Point Hockey on the Pointers Sports Network. Follow the Pointers all season long as they battle in the Wisconsin Intercollegiate Athletic Conference. Pointers Hockey on the Pointers Sports Network is brought to you by Marshfield Clinic Health System, Skyward, US Bank, Century Insurance, Century World, PJ's Restaurant, Team Sherrill Companies, Subway, Stevens Point Brewery, General Beer, Papa John's, the National Guard, TDS Fiber, Buffalo Wild Wings, Len Dudas Motors, Dunkin' Donuts and Baskin Robbins at Stevens Point, Sport Clips, Hilltop Pub and Grill, Auto Select, Pizza Ranch, Coca-Cola, and BSN Sports and Under Armour. And good evening from KB Willett Arena in Stevens Point. Welcome to Pointers Hockey on the Pointers Sports Network. I'm Tom Weaver. Sean McMahon with me once again, my friend. And 2 games at home here as it's weekend number 2. We knew it was going to be tough going last week. Pointers fall in overtime on Friday night, get a 1-1 get a tie, and then win the shootout on Saturday. A lot to be learned from last weekend heading into weekend number 2.
I think you take a ton of positives out of last weekend, especially Saturday night. You played pretty well. Saturday night, you outshot the Green Knights almost 2-1, 10-1 in overtime. You really had a chance to get the game winner in OT, and now you should switch your focus to the MIAC for the next four games. A good chance for this Pointer team to get some momentum and rolling forward against the Minnesota squads.
That Saturday game is one of those, you'll remember the goaltending effort of Johnny Roberts for a long time.
Yep.
So there we go. Gustavus comes in here. This is their first action of the season. As you'll hear from Brett Peterson coming up in our first intermission, played a couple of exhibition games. This is a team that was ravaged by COVID. At times played a ton of freshmen a year ago, had tough going, but there's always that eternal hope when you get to the tournament.
Yes.
They pulled off a quarterfinal win and lost to Augsburg in overtime and were an overtime away from getting to the MIAC championship game.
Yeah, and isn't that amazing how you get into the playoff and that automatic bid is in your hands and you have a chance at it, and his team really came together at the end, able to make an overtime run against Augsburg that went on to play in the Frozen Four out in Lake Placid. It'll be interesting to see this Augie team. This Golden Gusty team. Yep. They always play hard against the Pointers. Yep. Last year, it was a last-minute win that got them over the hump in St. Peter's against this same squad.
That it was. And last but not least, injury-wise here, Pointers, a little bug here. Jake Tice and Evan Junker will come out of the lineup with some injuries. They'll get Cody Moline back. Sam Ide will come back in. He's been nicked up early here, so kind of 2 in, 2 out here for the lineup for the Pointers.
Yeah, and you like the depth. You get a chance to play everybody here in the first couple weeks, and that's why Coach Krieger and Coach Crom go out and recruit so hard, so they have players that jump in when these little injury bugs creep up.
Absolutely. We'll have a lot more coming up, but we're going to take a break. When we come back, you'll hear from Pointers head coach Tyler Krieger. Stevens Point and Gustavus, non-conference action. Head coach of the Pointers coming up next when our pregame show continues on the Pointers Sports Network. UWSP Athletics would like to thank Century World, a valued sponsor of Pointers Athletics. Nestled in the heart of central Wisconsin, Century World is a great place to hold your next event. With breathtaking facilities coupled with a wide variety of packages and amenities to deliver an exceptional experience, and with an award-winning 18-hole golf course with rolling greens to the famous Flower Hole, Century World consistently ranks as one of the best destination golf courses in the nation. For more information, visit centuryworld.com.
Bring home incredible internet, TV, and phone services with TDS Fiber. Register now at tdsfiber.com/radio. Enjoy cyber-spacious internet speeds up to 1 gig at your home or business. Plus, change the way you watch TV with our whole home DVR. Can't get that with cable. Powerful internet, premium services. Go to tdsfiber.com/radio to register, learn about bonus offers, and more. TDS Fiber available in certain areas. See website for details.
At Papa John's Pizza, the secret to success is much like the secret to making a great pizza. The more you put into it, the more you get out of it. Whether it's signature sauce, toppings, original fresh dough, or even the box itself, Papa John's invests in ingredients to ensure the finest quality pizza. Call Papa John's at 715-972-1414 for delivery, or stop by Division Street for carryout to order your favorite pizza, breadsticks, or wings today. Papa John's, a proud sponsor of Pointer Athletics. continue with our Pointer Hockey pregame show on the Pointer Sports Network. Tonight, Stevens Point hosting Gustavus at KB Willett Arena. 2 home games this weekend, Coach. Nice to be home, isn't it?
Yeah, it's great. It's Parents' Weekend, so a lot of the guys have family in town. Get to show them around the campus and see what it's about. And yeah, it's good to be home. We had a pretty tough weekend last weekend and learned a lot of things from it. And I think looking to take a next step this weekend at home.
I know one of your things is always kind of progress, and I thought clearly you played better Saturday than you did Friday.
Yeah, we came out from the beginning. I thought the first 6 minutes we lit it on fire, and then little delay, and then I thought our process was good on Saturday. I just think that you earn that stuff Monday through Friday, and I think we need to put the work in to get rewarded fully. It's just a little bit of a test, like I said last weekend.
As you came through, but you really created some quality scoring chances, and pretty good goaltender going against you here. But from a chances standpoint, were you pleased with the opportunities you had? Yeah, we got in the forecheck and scored at pucks in areas that we wanted to, and got chances. Our power play had some chances there in the third. We got everything that we needed. It's just a matter of getting guys more touches in practice and getting more comfortable in those situations. Early in the year, we're doing a lot of systematical stuff 5-on-5, so some of that stuff gets a little bit lost, but it's just a matter of getting confidence in those situations with the puck. Anything at this point? I know we're game 3 here. Anything going better than you thought it would have?
Our goaltending's been a lockdown. We knew that we weren't going to have any issues there. But even more so, I think we're more pleased than with Wags and the other two. I think it's been good in a lot of ways. I think that we still have to just take a next step. I think systematically, I don't think we've been pretty on the ball, square with it. The guys picked things up where we left off a little bit. We haven't had to start there. It's the little things that are just going to allow us to win games as we move on.
I think really probably the biggest thing, pace, like to crank things up a couple of notches.
Yeah, we play with pace for extended a little bit of periods, 3, 4, 5 minutes at a time, spurts. We haven't really put it together and kind of built off each shift and built off each period and really got it rolling, for a 10, 12 minute stretch, and that's what we're kind of looking for.
I know you talk about getting the work done, Monday through Thursday for the lineup on Friday. Talk about how you put your schedule together here. Obviously, you have to take the day off on Sunday, but how do you go things? I know mostly early in the morning to get a week's worth of work in before coming here on Friday night.
Yeah, this year's different. This year's the first year in 12 years that we've had more ice than we've had in the past, and we have 2.5 hours of ice a day, so we'll do skill stuff, goalie stuff, special team stuff for the first 45 minutes of practice, get a ZAM, and then do team practice and video and stuff. So it's been good in that regard. Monday's usually a battle work day, not a lot of mental, just physically get out there and get your stuff done. And then Tuesday, Wednesday are kind of prep days for the weekend, and then Thursday's a feel good, get some touches, and get ready for the weekend.
I could only imagine under this new system you have as far as ice time goes, how our former friend and colleague Evan Dixon, a guy like that, he wouldn't have left here, would he?
No, he would have left here. For sure, he got his ice time.
All right, Coach, you come in Gustavus here. I know talked with their coach Brett Peterson. They're young and looking to get out of the gates here. This will be a young, eager team you face here this weekend.
For sure. It's their first game. They didn't play last weekend or open up, so hopefully we can catch them a little bit on the rusty side. But it's a team that plays fast. They play physical. They play pretty structured hockey in their own end, and then they like to spring it. They like to spring it and cross the ice and play a transition type of game, and look for those long passes. So for us, it's puck possession, keep the guys in front of us, and forcing them to play defense. I think getting up in the forecheck and forcing them to break pucks out is going to be key.
Yep. Can't turn the puck over, right?
Yeah, that's a good start.
Yeah. You're battling a little adversity here with some guys dinged up here, but that's why you do the work recruiting that you do, right?
Yeah, our depth is getting tested early, but we're superiorly confident with all 29 guys that we have on the roster of any lineup that we put out there that we can get the job done.
All right, Coach, good luck here tonight.
Thank you.
Pointers head coach Tyler Krieger. Stay tuned, more coming up on the Pointer Sports Network.
Sure Tire and Service, get your car done right. Big town savings with a small town smile. State of the art, good your service keeps you going mile after mile. We're working to earn your trust. You can count on us. Sure Tire and Service, get your car done right.
And back here at KB Willett Arena, Tom Weaver, Sean McMahon, as we get set here for tonight's starting lineups from Both these squads here ready to go in Friday night. Gustavus tonight, St. Scholastica tomorrow, and then next week on the road at Winona. St. Mary's on Friday, St. Olaf on Saturday. And a reminder, that Friday afternoon game, if you're thinking about making the beautiful drive over to Winona, 2 o'clock face-off on Friday afternoon between the Pointers and the Cardinals. All right, here's your starting lineups tonight. First of all, for the Golden Gusties of Gustavus Adolphus. The goaltender is Jackson Helly, 6'1", 185, and a junior out of Delano, Minnesota. Helly, a year ago, 14 games played, goals against average of 3.07. The defenseman, Christian Miller, 6'4", 215, and a freshman out of Grand Rapids, Minnesota. And the right defenseman is Toby Singvongsai, 5'11", 220 pounds, and a senior out of Laverne, Minnesota. Up front, Dylan Gass, the centerman, 5'11", 175, and a senior out of Delwood, Minnesota. The right wing, Jack Suki, 6'3", 210, and a sophomore out of Medina, Minnesota. And the left wing is Kyle Heffron, 6'6", 225, and a sophomore out of Rosemont, Minnesota. Brett Peterson in his 24th season with the Golden Gusties, 253 wins, 249 losses, and 61 ties. For the Pointers, Ryan Wagner, 5'11", 175, and a senior out of Indianapolis, Indiana, gets the start between the pipes. Was in net for the overtime loss on Friday, career start number 33, 21-6-1 with a career goals against average of 2.24. The defenseman, Nick Dunrowski, 6'2", 190, and a junior out of New Hope, Minnesota. Harrison Stewart, 6'1", 195, and a junior out of Rockford, Illinois. Up front, it's Andrew Poulias, 5'8", 175, and a junior out of Whitby, Ontario. Wilson Northey, the right wing, is 6 feet, 185, and a senior out of North Vancouver, British Columbia. The left wing, the senior captain, Jordan Fader, 6'1", 200, and a senior out of Rice Lake, Wisconsin. Head coach Tyler Krieger in his 6th season, 96, 24, and 11. He's assisted by Brian Crom and Chris Nelson. We'll take one final break, come back with the opening face-off. Stevens Point and Gustavus. Face-off coming up next on the Pointers Sports Network.
Snow Pilot is our winter seasonal. This beer has a tremendous body. The malt feels great. What I like is the nuttiness that it gets from the Maris Otter malt. Pistachio just comes through like you wouldn't believe. It's almost dessert-like. This is absolutely a winter beer. And if you ever have a campfire in the middle of winter, this is what you want in your glass. It's just great.
Warm up this winter with a Snow Pilot from Point Brewery.
Show off your Pointer pride with the Affinity Debit Card exclusively from U.S. Bank. The Affinity Debit Card isn't just for students. Parents, alumni, faculty, and other fans can show their spirit too. Visit usbank.com/UWSP to get your Pointer Affinity Debit Card today. Or visit the campus branch location in the Dreyfus University Center Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. U.S. Bank, the official banking partner of UW-Stevens Point.
TDS Fiber, the future of internet, TV, and phone service, is expanding to more communities. Register now at tdsfiber.com/radio. Enjoy internet speeds up to 1 gig at your home or business. That's 10 times faster than 100 meg from cable. Plus, change the way you watch TV with our whole home DVR. Can't get that with cable. Powerful internet, premium services. Go to tdsfiber.com/radio to register, learn about bonus offers, and more. TDS Fiber available in certain areas. See website for details.
Nothing beats the excitement of UW-Stevens Point athletics. Advance tickets for men's hockey and basketball are available online at tickets.uwsp.edu or by calling the University Information and Ticket Office at 715-346-4100. Game day tickets for all Pointers events go on sale at the door 1 hour prior to game time, with group pricing available with 48-hour advance purchase required. Get your seat in the dog pound today at tickets.uwsp.edu. All right, we are set to roll here from Willett Arena. All-time series, Stevens Point leads 10-5-1. Pointers are unbeaten in 7 games. They've won 2 in a row and 6 of the last 8 against the Gusties a year ago in St. Peter. Wilson Northey's goal at 19:01 of the third got the Pointers the win there. Carter Rue started the scoring shorthanded. Nick Klishko, a goal midway through the third period, and what was a grinder, Ryan Wagner made 25 saves for the Pointers to get them the win. Coach Tyler Krieger 2-0-1 against the Golden Gusties. Brett Peterson, as we said, in his 24th season, 3-time MIAC Coach of the Year, was an assistant at St. Paul in the United States Hockey League, and St. Cloud State played his collegiate hockey at Denver, and one of the good guys we've got to know here for throughout the years, been there a long time, and as he said, glad to be back to normal. You'll hear from him coming up in our first intermission. Travis Alberg, Dustin Martin are the referees tonight. Jason Peters and Justin Peters, the law firm that will work the line here tonight. As we are set to go, it is Andrew Poulias stepping to center ice along with Dylan Gass off the jaw, controlled by the Pointers. Harrison Stewart chipped it ahead. I thought Harrison Stewart had a fantastic weekend last weekend for the Pointers. Far side it goes, centering pass. They'll try to kick it out in front of the net, far corner. Turning shot, that wires wide and comes all the way back around here to the near side. Nick Ganrowski, he will get it. Jackson Helly, the goaltender here, did not play in the game. Grant Bolt played for them a year ago and not back on the roster here. So he's had quite a bit of shuffle. We'll get a whistle and an offsides with Wilson Northey. Sean, always loved this weekend. Family weekend.
Yep.
As, boy, with a lot of familiar faces here. Not too many new folks to get to know.
Yeah, right, exactly. As lots of folks have made the trip over to Willett here in Stevens Point, and good to see those faces. And for a good home weekend here in the non-conference, and opening up with some Minnesota schools here the next couple weeks.
And those of you that may be new to the Pointer or the Gusty program, it's an 8-game interlock schedule with the MIAC. So this weekend, next weekend, and then in January, 2 weeks, they'll do the same. 2 at home and 2 on the road. All right, Stevens Point controls it. Loose near corner. Connor Witherspoon flips it around, trying to get it around to the far side toward Peter Filipov. And loose along the near boards. Pointers with it, skating around Humberstone. He'll fire a shot. Helly with a save. And boy, Brett Humberstone found a nice angle there and wired it up from the blue line.
Yeah, a nice job of getting the Pointers getting on the forecheck and just playing a little low to high, getting it up to the defenseman Brett Humberstone, and able to get a good shot on goal and get the face off here.
We mentioned the starting lineup: Poulias with Northey and Jordan Fader. The other forwards for the Pointers: Noah Finstrom with Fletcher Anderson and David Hill, Connor Witherspoon, Cody Moline, and Isaac Moberg. Tyler German will center Matthew Falls, and Dawson Sharino will set the D here for you in a minute. Brady Smith with a shot. Oh, how did that not go through? Oh, it hit a body in front and then went right straight down. Romatario back to Smith. He'll fire it again. Pad save made. Rebound loose. Pointers try to center it, but it's the Gusties clearing it out. Stanislav Danayev with it up ahead. He will get it. Wire a long-range shot. That misses and gets the glass. German runs the body off. Picked up by the Gusties. They'll skate back around again. Stanislav Danayev. Pointers with it. Sharino might be a 3-on-2 here for the Pointers. Sharino, good stick check there by the Gusties to thwart a scoring chance, and they'll go behind the net. Sharino to the side of the net on the far side, nothing there. And they'll kick it around to the far corner. Gusties with it. They'll skate out into the neutral zone. Christian Miller with it. Miller sends it deep down. Pointers will go with Romatario and Brady Smith, Nick Ganrowski, Harrison Stewart, Brett Humberstone, Sam Ide, Mick Hennigan dresses as the 7th defenseman here. Here's David Hill in the zone, races in on the left wing, tried to throw a backhander in front. That's blocked off by the Gusties, and it'll go around to the far corner. Nick Mose Messerly will steer it around, but it's hung up in the far corner. Sharino still out there. And sent to the face out of the far corner. Oh boy, defender fell down right in front, almost popped right to Noah Finstrom. And back the other way they'll go. Finstrom out there, along with Fletcher Anderson. Gusties chopping around. This will go down the length of the ice. And should be an icing call. Well, thought they were going to wave it off. Gusty lineup here. Dylan Gass centers Jack Suki and Kyle Heffron. Patrick McDonald centers Jack Tremert and Nick Mose Messerly. Wilmer Svensson centers Stanislav Danayev and Mason Hendrickson. Nate Stone centers Peter Filipov and Michael Jernander. The defenseman Christian Miller and Toby Singbongsai. Landon Johnson with Kyler Fenton. Brandon Sloth with George Hansen. Jack Kubitz, a 7th defenseman here. Shot wired wide again. A rebound blocked out there. Sam Ide, his first action of the season for the Pointers. He'll shove it ahead, trying to race around a defender on the far side is Stevens Point. Fader set up in front of the net, couldn't quite get there. Wilson Northey sent it deep. He'll cycle around now in the near face-off circle and wait for it. Comes out to the blue line near side. Ide. He'll shove it to Humberstone. Goes in front of the net. Glove down there. Back check here by the Pointers, but unable to gain possession of it, and the Gusties clear it out. Ide around, coming in. Now swarmed at center ice again, and the Pointers, Jordan Fader, will swipe it in. 16:45 to go here in a scoreless first period. Gusties back the other way, trying to fire off a backhander. There's a pad save made as that shot was fired off by Jack Suki. Pointers off the wall. I think it hit a body on the way through, so no icing call. Far corner it goes. Backing it off there, Landon Johnson for the Gusties. Johnson, Pointers come in hard on the forecheck to work it loose. Isaac Moberg in there to try to dig it free, and he'll work for it. Moberg along with Cody Moline. Moline missed the first weekend of action after blocking a shot in the exhibition game, so good to see him back out there. And if you weren't with us, Jake Tice and Evan Junker dinged up during the week. I thought, oh, here's the Pointers back the other way. Long outlet pass ahead. Shot fired. That's blocked, and the rebound goes. Moline fired up the shot that time. Brady Smith will wait for it. He'll send it deep to Moberg behind the net. Centers it out. Helly will get it. He'll reach and cover it up. 15:51 to go in the first. Still scoreless.
Other games, everyone busy here in the Division III. World St. Scholastica is in Menominee to take on the Blue Devils, and St. John's is at Eau Claire tonight. Concordia of Minnesota up at Ashland at Northland. Concordia of Wisconsin playing a pair at UW River Falls, and then the big one. Number 1 Adrian making a trek out west, so they'll take on the Yellow Jackets tonight after a 2-2 tie with Augsburg last night, and a heck of a hockey game.
Yep, and Augsburg, like Stevens Point, getting the moral victory in the shootout.
Yes.
There are no moral victories in hockey except there.
Yep.
That's my one example. I think we said that Saturday.
Yes, we
did.
did.
All right, far side German waiting for it. Now back the other way. Sherino 2-on-1 digs it free, ditches the linesman. He'll come in, waiting for Falls. Sherino, beautiful job here by the defender Brandon Sloth. Down on his belly, shot wired high. That's blockered aside by Helly. Rebound to the near corner. Sherino with it again. Tried to walk through a defender. He's stood up. Brady Smith picks it up. Feathers a pass far side of Romatario with a rocket. Never saw it, and it's deflected.
There as a goaltender able to get down in the butterfly and take away low. Romatario, nice little wrister from the point, and got through traffic and deflected up into the netting. You really like the forecheck game by the Pointers, getting right to it, getting the puck down below the dots, and forcing the hand of the Gusties to play defense. And it's creating some good opportunities offensively for Stevens Point.
All right, here's Stevens Point with it. Fletcher Anderson to the near corner. He'll leave it there. Pointers play the body with Finstrom, but the Gusties do a good job to chip it free. Glove down, coming out through. Nick Mose-Messerly. He'll get it deep. Hennigan in there, the first for Stevens Point. Anderson flips it free. Here's the Pointers in transition. Hill to the right wing with Finstrom just out of his reach. Puck comes through to the near corner. Hill will slide it out high to Gunrowski. Now intercepted by the Gusties. Near side. Stick jam there as they clear it out. Jack Tremert had it for a minute, and then the Pointers took it away. Gunrowski bounces it off the near wall for Fader, too strong. That will allow Kyle Heffron to send it in deep. Pointers take possession of the puck. Here's Gunrowski. He hammers it ahead. Glove down by Finstrom. Cumming has a trailer. Feeds it back Gunrowski. He'll wait for it. Knocked down, and a good back check there by the Gusties' Dylan Gast. Back behind the net, Wilson North. He centers it out in front off the stick of Gunrowski. Back the other way come the Gusties. Jack Suki with it. Suki ahead. Walks around a defender. Ryan Wagner out with a poke check to steer it to the near corner. Behind the net, Harrison Stewart will gather it in for Stevens Point. He'll feather a pass to Wilson Northy. He'll force it in. Gusties try to spin it around there. Kyle Fenton wheeling with it. Comes all the way around the boards. Harrison Stewart chops at it. Wilson Northy now with a poke on the far side. Pointers just can't get puck possession here in their own end. Fader slides it back. Humberstone lead pass center ice coming through Poulias. He'll lead for a trailer. Northy fires a rocket off a shin pad. Rebound, loose backhanded shot. That's turned aside by Helly. Rebound to the far corner. 13.5 to go in the first, still scoreless. Humberstone holds it in along the near wall, centering pass in front, a backhander off a skate. Wilson Northy keeping it going. Fader chases after it. Northy into the far corner to dig it out. Half wall on the far side, and the Gusties back the other way. Michael Jernander comes in. He goes down hard. Humberstone gives him a rough ride. Tries to bang it free in the far corner. Humberstone bunked from behind. Comes loose. Gusties bring it out high. Cross ice pass. Shot through traffic. Glove save made by Ryan Wagner. Brandon Sloth with a nice chance there. Sean shots early here. 5-0 until that one by the Gusties.
Early on, all Stevens Point, and Ryan Wagner with a good save. Not that Ryan played bad last Friday night, but you'd like to see him improve a little bit.
You know, a couple of the little things. So it was fighting the puck, some rebounds that were left out there, and who knows?
But again, not like he played bad at all Friday at Cornerstone.
Here's a shot shoveled off the... Boy, that kind of fluttered through and changed direction on him, able to blocker it down. Shot wide of the net now, catches up on the back of the cage. Brady Smith will get to it on the near side. Tried to go to Connor Witherspoon, but it's intercepted by the Gusties. Pointers are Romatario now ahead, lost the handle on it, tried to hammer it through to Witherspoon. Stevens Point caught off sides here on the play, and the Gusties will gain control of it. Rink-wide pass pulled out of midair by Witherspoon. Nifty hand-eye coordination. He'll cycle the puck and charge back the other way. Witherspoon right up the middle, walks a defender, backhanded shot, swept away at the last moment. Good back check there by George Hansen of the Gusties. Near corner. Almost 8 minutes into a scoreless first period. Shots 5-1 in favor of Stevens Point. Brady Smith with it, off the far wall ahead. Humberstone, It is Moline dangling with it, lost the handle on it. Taken away by Mose Messerly. And here's McHennigan. He's ridden from behind by a defender. Hennigan, good job to poke it free. Now he'll get it free. Back the other way, Tyler German. German with Sherino to the right wing. Dawson Sherino whistles a shot. Blocker side by Helly. And the rebound to the near corner. German out of his reach for the Gusties. It's Christian Miller that'll get it. Long outlet pass ahead, goes too far. Harrison Stewart back the other way for the Pointers. Ahead into the right wing to Matthew Falls. Falls holds, fires a shot. Helly a save, rebound there, but gets out to cover. 11.5 to go in the first, still scoreless.
Yeah, Falls had some time and space. Why not load up a wrist shot up on Helly, able to make the easy save and get the stoppage in play.
Well, Sean, we both watched a good chunk of that Augsburg-Adrian matchup last night. Things got a little salty at times in that game, huh?
Yeah.
Lived up to the hype, though.
It did. It was a great hockey game.
Yep.
Good atmosphere in Minneapolis as well. They've really got the hockey program rolling along.
Of course, we'll see the Augies here in the first weekend of January.
Yep. Looking forward to that one. That'll be a big game.
Pointers and Augies played an overtime awesome game a year ago. Gunrowski swings it around to the far side, but can't clear it out. Dawson Sherino, a nifty job to harvest it from the far side and get it ahead. Here comes Matthew Falls. He'll send the puck deep, rolling it around. Far side, Sherino cuts it off. He'll drag it to the far corner. Now gets it free. Oh, man, they had Finstrom coming in. Couldn't feed it to him. He'll go to the near corner to get it. Noah Finstrom. Near corner cycles with it. Ditches two defenders. Trying to slide it out up high, but the Gusties make life difficult and flip it out. Goes off of Nick Gunrowski on a deflection. So down it comes. Gunrowski, far side, walks through a defender, centering pass coming out of the reach of David Hill. Far corner it goes. Finstrom reaching in. Gusties wanted a penalty call that didn't come. They'll let him go, and it's Nate Stone back the other way. Long shot deflected. Now getting it deep is Micah Jernander. Behind the net it goes. Finstrom digs it out, and they're trying to fly Hill ahead. He'll cut it all the way to the far side toward Brady Smith, but it's cut off there by the Gusties' George Hansen. Hansen back the other way. Somebody broke a stick here. I think it's Brady Smith, so he will soccer style try to kick it in on the near boards. Got it toward Hill, but then it's chipped away from him by Christian Miller. Gusties back the other way on the far side, drag it through. Here's Fletcher Anderson. Anderson 2-on-1 back the other way through a pile of broken stick on the far side. Anderson manages to get it deep to the far corner. Now they'll throw it out in front of it. Ricochets off a defender. Pointers crashing in. That's Poulias. Helly very alert, Sean, to get down and cover it up on what should be a whistle and should be the media timeout here. And we'll get the media timeout here. So 9:55 to go. Still scoreless. We'll be back and have more in the Pointers Sports Network.
In guys' hair, game day is every day. That's why the expert stylist at Sport Clips Haircuts study their playbooks with a fine-toothed comb.
Taylor, square face, wavy hair. What's the play?
1/8 inch mid-fade to 1 inch texture top with finishing details with a hard part and a tapered neckline, coach.
Nice.
The Sport Clips stylist, they know no two guys are ever alike, unless they're twins. Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Len Dudas Motors is your trusted Buick, Chevrolet, and GMC dealership in Stevens Point. Check out their large selection of new and used vehicles, or come in for a test drive. Ask questions about your financing, browse their inventory, or schedule the service you need to keep your vehicle running for years to come. From the time you enter the showroom, you can expect to be treated like family each and every visit. Len Dudas Motors, 3305 Main Street, Stevens Point. All right, back here at Willett Arena, Tom Weaver, Sean McMahon. Tell you what, through the first 10:05 here, Sean, the Gusties have kept the Pointers to the perimeter largely.
Yeah, what did Coach Peterson say? Keep it simple, and that's exactly what they've done. Good positional defensive hockey, keeping everything around the perimeter or outside the dots. Nothing a lot inside, a lot of shots from distance so far for the Pointers.
All right, Gusties back the other way. Stanislav Danayev sends it in. Aromatario, the first there for Stevens Point. Around to Poulias. He's blasted there. Lost the handle on the puck and a good forecheck there. Now they'll dance right in front. Shot save made by Ryan Wagner as Stanislav Danayev found himself spinning between the circles wide open. Best save of the night so far by Ryan Wagner.
Yep, he's in the game officially now as he made a nice save. And Danayev, Tom, I don't know if it took a weird bounce off the Zamboni door or something.
Yep.
But not a great turnover by the Pointers that left Danayev all by himself. A couple strides right towards the net. We tried to go up high on Wagner. Wagner with a good save and to get the stoppage of play.
All right, Humberstone to the near side through the forecheck. Pointers turn it over again. Patrick McDonald. McDonald had his pocket pick. Witherspoon now to Stewart again. Now finally Witherspoon with some open ice. Hill on the right wing. Charge back the other way. Moline coming in to trail. He'll wait for it. Witherspoon getting free. Now he'll turn. Fire a shot right down. Oh, hit off one of the Pointers. Cody Moline. He wasn't ready for it. Near side Humberstone. Struggles with it a bit, and then he's hit in the play. Pointers able to gain control, but Harrison Stewart has to pull it back near his own blue line. Forechecker coming hard there. Nick Mose Messerly. Pointers will get it. Oh boy, takes a stanchion bounce here that benefits the Pointers. They'll come in. Backhander, no shot there. Humberstone tried to use his skate to kick it to his forehand, but went right through his legs and down the length of the ice. Stevens Point, Humberstone behind the net. 8:45 to go here in the first period. Long outlet pass here is too far. Stevens Point will be guilty of an icing call. Buffalo Wild Wings, a proud sponsor of UWSP Pointer Athletics. Stop by Buffalo Wild Wings after the game or next day with your ticket stub. Get 10% off your food bill. It's only at Buffalo Wild Wings, Highway 10 East, Stevens Point.
Well, the Gusties come out of the media timeout, Tom, playing a little bit more aggressive, especially in their offensive end. A little bit of more jam. It's confusing the Pointers a little bit on their breakouts. A couple turnovers here the last couple shifts.
Off the draw, one by the Gusties. They'll come in front, broken up beautifully there by Matthew Falls. He'll charge it ahead with Moline. Little had to wait a little bit. Falls pulls it in, firing a shot. Rebound is there. Out high it goes, and I think Cody Moline blew a tire coming through. And he'll have to reset and get to the bench. Gonrowski with it now, off the near wall. Centering pass, rink wide, coming in with some speed. Far side German. Oh, tried to dangle around a defender, but Gusties say no. Hennigan will hold it in for Stevens Point and push it up on the far boards. Nick Mountain will gain control of it. Take it back. It is Kyle Heffron. Sends it back the other way. Gusties are offside this time. That'll allow Hennigan to reproduce. And back the other way. German, right wing, with some speed. Now accelerates, cuts around a defender. He'll go behind the net, looking to center. Throws it out in front. Nobody home. And the Gusties clear it right back out, cutting to the left wing. Nate Stone, he'll carry it in. Shot low to the ice and then skips up in Ryan Wagner. Boy, a good save. Had to be alert on that one. Hangs on. We'll get a whistle. 7:42 to go in the first. Still scoreless.
Yeah, nice job of Wagner controlling his rebound there and just melting things down to reset. Yeah, keeping an eye on the scoreboard, Tom. Nothing going yet in the WIAC.
Nothing doing?
Nothing doing on any of the games.
Everybody in action. Of course, Mayak sent a couple of pretty good shots across the bow here. St. John's went to River Falls and beat the Falcons last Saturday. Long-range shot cleared up by Smith. And, of course, Augsburg tying Adrian, who's on a 34-game unbeaten streak, something like that, right?
Yes.
Now they'll come in near side, and Aromatario bouncing around. Loose behind the net, and it's Finstrom that'll come away with it for the Pointers. Finstrom ahead. Fletcher Anderson tries to walk through a defender. Gusties have been doing a good job staying home here. Christian Miller ahead. They'll chip it back in. Finstrom will get it. And Brady Smith with it. Stevens Point, David Hill slides it very dangerously on the near side. And a good read there by the Gusties to hold it. And that was Wilmer Svensson doing a nice job there. And here's Finstrom. Red line on the near side through two defenders. Gusties turn it right back around again. Tried to feed it ahead to Danayev on the near side. Danayev has had the best scoring chance of the night for the Gusties. And he'll send it in deep behind the net. Now they'll come out. Long outlet pass, too strong for Wilson Northey. The Gusties send it back in on side. And to the side of the net, Ryan Wagner will reach out and cover it up.
Just milk that down and reset as that line had a little tough going. A couple turnovers again here by the Pointers trying to break the puck out. And you're absolutely right. The Golden Gusties trying to stay back as much as possible, trying to take away that transition game of the Pointers. Doing a good job so far.
Long range shot over the glass. Humberstone with the backhander out. Long range, not far enough for icing. Jordan Fader racing in to pick it up. Fader hauled down in the far corner. Wilson Northey to the side of the net. Poulius reaching for it. Couldn't get a backhander, and Helly will reach out and cover it up. Well, Sean, as we'll hear coming up in our first intermission, Gusties head coach Brett Peterson implored his dudes to keep it simple.
They're
doing that.
They have, and they always play the Pointers tough, no matter how their MIAC season goes or however they either at their own rink or on the road. They always seem to play the WIAC schools real tough.
You'll see that at times they were playing 13, 14 freshmen.
Last year. Oh, goodness.
Wow. 6:10 to go here, still scoreless. Long range pass by the Gusties, and this will be an icing call. Stevens Point out shooting the Gusties so far 8-4.
Yeah, good job by the Pointers to stay home there. And that's Coach Creer talked a little bit about that play in his pregame show. They're going to try a home run pass from time to time and try to break back on the Pointers and try to get an odd man rush. That time Pointers stayed home. Just an icing call, and you get an offensive zone face-off.
Off the face-off, Gusties win it and rattle it around. Down the length of the ice, Smith with it. He'll throw it back out to the middle. That's a little dangerous, but Andrew Poulius will pull it in. Now he'll go far side. Here's Brady Smith. He'll accelerate up, comes in, walks through a couple of defenders, chopped loose by the Gusties, and they clear it back out again. Boy. All right, near side. And it's Witherspoon with a backhander trying to get after it. Jack Tremer. 6'4", 210 for Tremer. Sends it in deep. Here's Aromatario. Moberg with it now on the near side. Moberg cutting back in, leaves it. Here comes Cody Moline to the middle. Moberg with a shot. That hit a body in front, went wide to the near corner. Witherspoon to Moline to the side of the net. And he'll feed it up to Witherspoon. Witherspoon cycling out high to Gunrowski. Cross ice pass. And into the middle, Moline chops at it. A little redirect there. Tried to go to Isaac Moberg to the side of the net. Pointers on the back check here and tied up. Moberg still tied up. Near side, Gusties cleared out. Moline looking to go quickly. Hennigan with it ahead on the far side. Feeds to Moberg. He'll drag it in. Sets things up. Half wall on the far side. Now cuts up out high. Leaves it down to the far corner. Shot fired. That whistles through. Near side, Moberg will cut to it to the near boards trying to clear it out. Gusties throw it ahead. Kyle Heffron trying to come. Turnover, shot to goal. Oh, Heffron came in, ends up feeding it to Nate Stone. No chance for Ryan Wagner. The Gusties tally first. It's 1-0 Gustavus.
Yeah, the Pointers got caught playing a little too much offense as Nick Gunrowski was down low, below the dots. He had to get on his horse. By that point, it was a 2-on-1. He kind of gambled on the poke check, and it went right over to the Gusties player, Stone, and he labels it up over the stick side on Wagner, and it's 1-0 Golden Gusties.
Nate Stone, the freshman out of Edina, Minnesota, so his first career goal on the road gives the Gusties a lead here. And boy, the Gustie bench is fired up, rightfully so.
Well,
off the face-off, it is controlled by Gustavus. Matthew Falls after it takes it away. Tried to throw it toward Chirino. Falls, a beautiful job here at the blue line. Chirino, foot race there. He'll get it in the far corner. Has Humberstone in front of the net shot. Helly turned that one aside. Into the near corner. German with it now for Stevens Point. He'll come up the near wall. Stuffs it through two defenders. Into the near corner. Humberstone after it. Now here's German firing a shot. Redirected, and Helly with a glove save. He'll hang on with 4:16 to go.
Tyler German played that play perfectly with the little deflection.
Yep.
Helly just with the better save.
So it's Nate Stone, his first career goal from Kyle Heffron. Time of the goal is 15-18, and Gustavus with a 1-0 lead. Face off to the right side of Jackson Helly. Gustavus wins another face-up, but Humberstone, a good read on the far side to break that up. Falls had it for a minute. Might be a 2-on-1, but Harrison Stewart alertly will gain possession of the puck and pull it back behind his own net. Dumps to the far corner to Humberstone. Quickly to Falls. He fans on it and then gets freight trained. Penalty call coming up here against the Gusties, as now Humberstone, if he gets out of there, Stevens Point's going to have a skyward power play. And boy, it was Jack Tremert, Sean, went up high on Matthew Falls, and let's see what the call is here.
Humberstone took exception to that high hit, and he gets out of the way, so it will be a Pointer power play.
A cross-checking call will go to Jack Tremert, and Stevens Point to the skyward power play.
And we take a look at the power play numbers for the Pointers. Nothing going on the opening weekend. 0 for 7 last weekend against St. Norbert. But the penalty kill numbers for the Golden Gusties, 81 of 100, 81%. That was 8th best in the MIAC last season for the penalty kill for the Golden Gusties.
All right, face off to the left side. Stevens Point at a skyward power play here. And here is McHennigan. Hennigan, far side Witherspoon. Out to the point, back to Hennigan. He'll come near side. One-timer fanned on by David Hill in the near side. Stevens Point with it again. 15 seconds into the first skyward power play of the night. All right, Witherspoon sets it up far side. Now to Hennigan. Hennigan back to Witherspoon. Top of the far face-off circle. He'll cycle, nothing doing inside. Hennigan now pulls near side. Now to Witherspoon. Lost the handle, walks around a defender. He'll throw it in front of the net. Gusties pick it up and set it down the length of the ice. Gusties will charge off and get a change here. Minute 20 remaining on the Pointers skyward power play. 3:15 to go here in the first period. Hennigan to Fletcher Anderson with speed. He'll walk in. Now veers off in the near corner. Leaves it out high to Hennigan. Hennigan, cross ice. Sherino comes through to the middle. Anderson walks through, tried to get to his forehand, poked away. Hennigan throws it down near. Here's Hill with a shot. Helly with a save. Rebound loose on the near side. Gusties try to clear it, but they can't. 55 to go on the power play. Sherino with a blast. Glove save made by Helly. And Stevens Point moving the puck here.
Nice job of moving the puck around the perimeter, looking for the good shot on goal. And Dawson Sherino with a good shot right at the far face-off dot. But Helly's has looked good so far tonight, Tom. He's made some good saves. Very, very active, kind of like Johnny Roberts last Saturday night.
Jackson Helly, a junior. Pointers have it. Brady Smith now. 45 to go on the skyward power play. Smith, far side Sherino. He'll skate in. Nothing there. Cuts back behind the net. Tried to jam it in front to Tyler German. Aromatario kind of thought about going after it, but decided to hold off, and Ryan Wagner has to play it away from the Gusties back in their own end. Stevens Point will set it up here. 28 to go. Brady Smith with it now. Smith with some speed to Aromatario on the left wing. He'll carry it deep in near corner and then had it plucked away from behind. Finstrom reaching for it. Here's Tyler German now. German out high to Smith. Feeds it far side to Sherino. Sherino waiting. Sherino now in front. Coming in front. Tried to go back to his forehand was Finstrom. He had it chopped away by a defender. Wagner pushes it back. Brady Smith will get it. Right wing on the far side. Gustavus back at full strength. Smith able to muscle his way past into the far corner. Defender in to pick it up. Nick Mose Messerly. But Smith runs into him, and they'll scrum for it in the far corner. Still scrumming. Gusty is able to poke it free. Kyler Fenton away with it. Minute 38 to go in the period. There should be an icing call, and it is. And Stevens Point will get a face-off back in the offensive end.
The Bulldogs of Adrian College, Tom, has scored a pair in the first 10 minutes. They lead the Yellow Jackets up in Superior 2-0 as they hit the media timeout up there.
Yeah, St. John's Eau Claire one will be an interesting one as well.
I was thinking the
here
same
tonight.
thing.
Johnnies, of course, went in and beat River Falls last week. And Pointers see the Johnnies in January in a neutral site game. Sartell, Minnesota on a Saturday night. Stevens Point able to clear the puck out, but nobody has possession of it, and the Gusties just blast it right back in. They were offside, so they'll get a change. Minute 10 to go here in the first. Ryan Crom. Now here's the Pointers, maybe an odd man rush. Now they'll feed it right in front toward Isaac Mobert. Gusties with it. They'll quick and turn and transition back the other way. Jack Suki across the red line, flips it in. Sam Ide after it. Ide around the boards on the far side. Gusties right in front of the Zamboni door on the far side. Now up the wall, and here is Cody Moline. Moline feeds it. Here's Isaac Moberg. Moberg will get it deep, and he'll back off. 40 seconds to go in the period. Sam Ide hustling to get to it. He'll drag it behind the net and wait for Connor Witherspoon to come in, but the Gusties are wise to that. They'll go rink wide on the near side to Jack Suki. Red line, he'll throw it back. Gusties charge on the left side now. Kyle Heffron around. His life is made difficult by Jordan Fader, and the Pointers push it back up the other way. Gusties clear it back out. Ide will get it. Humberstone with it now. 15 to go in the period. Humberstone will pull it back. Stevens Point has outshot the Gusties to this point, 12-5, but it's the Gusties. Long-range pass coming in. Witherspoon going to win the foot race. He'll try to center with 5 seconds to go. Side of the net. They got Wilson Northey turning, firing a shot just wide, and the period will come to an end. Stevens Point set that one up well, but Sean, the Gusties wise to that. And it is Gustavus here with a 1-0 lead as they're out of the gate here, and Brett Peterson got to be very happy with their opening 20 minutes.
Absolutely. They played the perfect road period, right, Tom? Kept things simple, waited for their opportunity, and cashed in on their best chance of the night to take the 1-0 lead into the first intermission.
That it is, as we will get Coach Brian Crom up here to get a couple thoughts. We'll hear from Gustavus. Coach Brett Peterson coming up in just a little bit, plus a scoreboard update here toward the end of the first period. Pointers assistant coach Brian Crom joins us here. And, boy, Coach, you got things going a little early, but I think Gustavus has made life difficult for you trying to get to the net here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, that was the biggest thing last weekend is our guys got to get hungrier. They have to stop at net fronts and dig for those rebounds that are laying there.
Well, they're playing a pretty simple game here, aren't they?
Yeah, simple road game. They're just trying to chip it in and go to work. And pretty simple, yeah.
What do you think, as far as your scoring chances to improve them? Is it, win a battle, make an extra pass here or there to try to find some open space?
They're just a little bit too cute right now. We just got to get to the net front, stop, dig for rebounds. It's not going to be a pretty one, but...
You tell guys to keep it simple. How hard is that message to get through?
It is hard. It's really difficult, especially when you're playing a team like this where they sit back quite a bit and they're kind of passive, so it's really hard for our skilled players to play that way, a simple game.
Is there an opportunity for your D-men to really get in the mix here and put their foot on the gas pedal here?
For sure. You've seen it already this first period. They've been skating. They've been wheeling around in the O-zone, so yeah, we'd love to see that.
All right, Coach. Thanks. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, Pointer assistant coach Brian Crom here. Stevens Point trailing Gustavus 1-0 after one period. We will come back and get you a first period recap. Gustavus leading Stevens Point 1-0 on the Pointer Sports Network.
Your family safety is important. And with winter driving coming, Sherrill Tire and Service can help. Sherrill Tire and Service Centers can help with new tires and a pre-season tune-up, so your entire vehicle is winter ready. Sherrill Tire and Service, Plover, Stevens Point, Weston, Wisconsin Rapids, Marshfield, and Medford. And online at SherrillTire.com.
Sherrill Tire and Service, get your car done right.
Hey sports fans, if supportive teammates, a great culture, and an honest shot at advancement make for a win, then you'll be victorious when you join Skyward's award-winning team. You'll help put powerful data in the hands of school leaders who serve over 7 million students around the world. Innovation, collaboration, and fun are all a part of the Skyward culture. So what are you waiting for? Apply today at skyward.com/careers and join more than 275 Pointer alumni at Skyward.
The first full week in November is jam-packed with Pointers action as the winter sports season takes off. On Tuesday, the Pointer women's basketball team opens the Matt Hockett era when the Pointers host Northland College in Berg Gym. Wednesday, it's the men's turn as the Pointers host St. Olaf on Bennett Court at the Quant Fieldhouse. Pointer women's hockey team travels to Marion on Tuesday and stays on the road at River Falls on Friday. Next weekend, the Pointer Sports Network will be with the Pointer men's hockey team as they travel to St. Mary's in Winona for a 2 p.m. Friday afternoon matchup and close out the trip Saturday night at St. Olaf. Pre-game coverage starts 15 minutes prior to face-off. Get your tickets today at tickets.uwsp.edu or stay in the game with the Pointers online at athletics.uwsp.edu. All right, back here at Willett Arena, our first intermission. As always, we thank Coach Crom for his insight and I think too cute, I think, was a good description for that opening 20 minutes for the Pointers.
I think you got to match the simplicity of the Golden Gusties, right, Tom? Yep. Jump and get that puck in, go to work.
And I thought the Gusties played a great period there, too. Yep.
Yeah. Who does that remind you of in the WIC, that type of road period?
River Falls, perhaps?
Exactly.
Yep. Exactly. Where, keep things in front of you and wait till you get the chances, and that they did. All right, only goal of the period, Nate Stone, his first career goal as a Gustie from Kyle Heffron. That came at 15-18. Stevens Point ends up out shooting the Gusties 12-5 in that first period. Jackson Helly made a couple of pretty good saves, 12 saves in that first period. Ryan Wagner with 4 first period saves. Power play wise, Stevens Point, only power play of the night, credited with 2 shots on goal for the Pointers. Let's see here. Face-offs. Let's see here. It is the Gusties going 12-8, so they won 12 of 20 face-offs in that period. That's another way the Pointers can get the game going in their direction.
Yeah, absolutely. You get the puck right off the face-off, and then you control the play right away. You can control tempo, you can control the pace, and you get things moving.
That they do. All right. Again, reminder, our schedule tomorrow night. Boy, big day tomorrow, Sean. Congratulations to the Pointer women's volleyball team.
Yes.
What is it? They won Tuesday, and then last night went to Oshkosh, beat them in 5 sets, so they'll play in the WIEC championship game at Whitewater tomorrow night. And you might think they may have, by virtue of that win,
I think they're all but locked in.
Now the NCAA, of course, they beat Whitewater tomorrow. They get an automatic bid. So we shall see there. But congratulations to them. Pointer football team will play Oshkosh tomorrow. So a lot of fun going on here. We'll be back here with the Gusties, I should say, with St. Scholastica coming to town, as we'll play game 2 here tomorrow of this 2-game set. The St. Scholastica will come in, and boy, Sean, you remember that game in Duluth last year that Pointers put a bunch of shots on goal, and it was the St. Scholastica beating the Pointers at Mars Lakeview. Hadn't been there in a long time.
Yeah.
All right, here, Gustavus, a 1-0 lead. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll hear from Gustie's head coach, Brett Peterson. His team up to a 1-0 lead here during our first intermission. Back with more on the Pointers Sports Network.
Your family's safety is important, and with winter driving coming, Sherrill Tire and Service can help. Sherrill Tire and Service Centers can help with new tires and a pre-season tune-up, so your entire vehicle is winter ready. Sherrill Tire and Service, Plover, Stevens Point, Weston, Wisconsin Rapids, Marshfield, and Medford, and online at SherrillTire.com.
Sherrill Tire and Service, get your car done right.
Hey sports fans, if supportive teammates, a great culture, and an honest shot at advancement make for a win, then you'll be victorious when you join Skyward's award-winning team. You'll help put powerful data in the hands of school leaders who serve over 7 million students around the world. Innovation, collaboration, and fun are all a part of the Skyward culture. So what are you waiting for? Apply today at skyward.com/careers and join more than 275 Pointer alumni at Skyward.
The first full week of November is jam-packed with Pointers action as the winter sports season takes off. On Tuesday, the Pointer women's basketball team opens the Matt Hockett era when the Pointers host Northland College in Bird Gym. Wednesday, it's the men's turn as the Pointers host St. Olaf on Bennett Court at the Quant Fieldhouse. Pointer women's hockey team travels to Marion on Tuesday and stays on the road at River Falls on Friday. Next weekend, the Pointer Sports Network will be with the Pointer men's hockey team as they travel to St. Mary's in Winona for a 2 p.m. Friday afternoon matchup and close out the trip Saturday night at St. Olaf. Pre-game coverage starts 15 minutes prior to face-off. Get your tickets today at tickets.uwsp.edu or stay in the game with the Pointers online at athletics.uwsp.edu. Continue with our Pointer hockey coverage on the Pointer Sports Network. Tonight, Pointers back home at KB Willett Arena as they take on Gustavus in this first of a 2-game set here at Willett Arena. St. Scholastica will come to town tomorrow night, but now it's the head coach of the Gusties, Brett Peterson. And well, first of all, Coach, this is your first real live action here, so you're always excited to get things going, right?
Yeah, because you have no idea what to expect, right? So that's part of the beauty of it, and it's like spring training in baseball, where everybody's eternally optimistic, and we'll see, but we're like everything. Every year brings different faces, and I think our just overall thing is we're just excited. It feels like kind of a normal year. I think we're over that pandemic stuff, hopefully, and at least on our end, it's been very normal back home, and it's good for us to get on the road. And obviously, we're going to get pushed here this weekend by two really good teams. It'll be really good for us in the big picture. I just need to keep reminding myself of that later tonight.
Yeah. Absolutely. Obviously, I'm going to guess a season a year ago that you would like to have gone better, but some hope eternal in the end with a couple of solid efforts in the playoffs to say, hey, we can put the pieces together, right?
No, yeah, we got hit really hard by the pandemic. We had a number of families that just could not come back, financial reasons, after the pandemic. So last year, on our the smallest number of freshmen we played last year was 9 in one night. Most nights we played 10, 11, we played 12 twice. It's just way too many young guys. So it was a tough year in the one-loss column for sure. But the good part of it is our young guys got an awful lot of experience, probably, to be fair, too much experience. But now we'll see if any of that experience shows tonight, because we're nowhere near as young. We're still young, but nowhere near as young tonight as we were a year ago tonight. So I'm a little more realistic that I think we can be, just to be honest, I think we can be much more competitive this year than we were last year, just because we're older and a little wiser.
I know you had a couple of exhibition games, so walk us through those.
We did. We had 2 at home. River Falls came to our place first 2 weeks ago tonight and beat us 3-0. They're good. They're big. I mean, they have 2 6'6" defensemen that were just huge, took up a lot of space, and our guys didn't really care for that. And then the next night, St. Olaf came to town, scored an empty net goal at the buzzer to win 4-1. From night 1 to night 2, obviously it's different personnel that we're playing. We played different people both nights. It was just good to get something on film to teach. Last weekend we didn't play, so we've had quite a bit of practice. So it'll be good for us to get in a real game situation with a real environment here, and it'll just be excited to get going.
What are a couple of things that you've really been working on here that, to get your, both feet out the door in the right direction here to get you going?
Yeah, well, first off is we got to just play as simple as we can. When we start feeling like we can go to the National Hockey League and trying to be way too cute, then things usually don't go very good for us. Yeah. So for us, simple is better. And at times it is boring, to be honest, but that's how we have to play to hang in there and survive and give us, a chance maybe at the end. So we're going to try to be, we're organized, we're structured, we'll play hard, but can we keep things simple, especially with the puck? Because if we turn things over tonight, tomorrow night in Eau Claire, like the transition games from these two teams are dynamic, and it just won't be a good thing for us. So we got to keep things really simple as we can with the puck.
What's your status report on the MIAC here? Obviously, a couple of decent shots across the bow here, with St. John's getting a big win over River Falls, and then last night Augsburg and Adrian pushing them to the limit. It's a dogfight every night, isn't it?
Yeah, it's good. I think there's a lot of similarities in our league that there is here in the WIAC, where it's just, I don't know who's going to be on top at the end. It's going to be every night you got to show up and play. That's the beauty of it. That's why I love it. That's why I've been doing it for so long, because you just don't know. And there's a lot of parity. Like I watch some of these other sports in college athletics right now. There's not the parity that we see here in our sport right now with the few number of teams that we have across the country. So on any given night, anybody can beat anybody. That's what I love about it. And so let's show up. We're here. We might as well play, so let's play.
A little different focus. You said back to normal, so top 5 teams make your playoff tournament. They go back to that?
Yeah, we go back. So last year we had everybody in. That was because everybody had different games played. So that was the right decision. So now we have 9 teams in our league. The top 5 will make the playoffs. That would be a great piece for us if we found ourselves in that position. We're not focused on that. We're just trying to get better here each week, and we know this will be a great test for us this weekend, but we're excited to take the test.
And bottom line is this Mayak-Weak interlock here is good for good competition, good travel. It makes sense for a lot of reasons, doesn't it?
For sure, and we've been doing it for a number of years. We want to keep doing it for a number of years. It's crazy that we don't for how close we are. And it's good to get out of our comfort zone and get pushed, and we know that, and our league knows that. And it's not something that we shy away from or want to shy away from. We want to keep the relationship. There's great people here. We have good games historically, and we want to keep doing that.
Lastly, for you, I know you've been involved with the NCAA various levels throughout the year. NCAA 3-game, as far as ice hockey goes, is in pretty good shape, isn't it?
So, yeah, I just love what we're doing. I would love for us, before my time is done, I would love to see us some way, somehow, see if we can't put our national championship game in the middle 2 days of the D1 Frozen Four. I think that would be just a terrific showcase for people across the country that don't see us play on a nightly basis to see how good it is, realizing there's no D2, right, in our sport. And the ESPN cameras are already in the building. They're not going to take them down, in between the two games. So there might be an opportunity, whether it's on ESPN Ocho or whatever, but who knows, right? But I just would love to see us get to that point on a national stage, because I'm really proud of how our sport has grown, and it's just proud to stand behind the bench and watch from weekend to weekend great guys play and great teams play, and it's just a lot of fun.
All right, Coach. Well, appreciate your time. Good luck this year, and it should be a good weekend.
Very good. Always great to see you guys.
All right, that's Gustavus head coach Brett Peterson. Stay tuned. More coming up on the Pointer Sports Network.
Len Dudas Motors is your trusted Buick, Chevrolet, and GMC dealership in Stevens Point. Check out their large selection of new and used vehicles, or come in for a test drive. Ask questions about your financing, browse their inventory, or schedule the service you need to keep your vehicle running for years to come. From the time you enter the showroom, you can expect to be treated like family each and every visit. Len Dudas Motors, 3305 Main Street, Stevens Point.
The Pointers Blue Line Club brings together hockey fans from all levels to enjoy and support Pointers hockey. Whether you're an individual, family, or business, there are many ways you can support the Pointer program. Consider an individual membership, a business sponsorship, or visit the Blue Line Club apparel stand and purchase the latest items to show your Pointer hockey pride. Get more information at PointerBlueLineClub.com.
Hi, back here at KB Willett Arena. Tom Weaver, Sean McMahon, set for second period action. Gustavus with a 1-0 lead. I was really impressed with them, Sean, in the first period.
Kept things very simple in the first period and chomped all over their best opportunity of the period. It only takes one, and they tallied on it, and off to the races the Gusties are with a 1-0 lead here at Willett.
All right, off the face-off, Pointers control. They'll dump it in. We'll quickly get a whistle and an icing call. So, face-off right back in the Stevens Point end here, right off the get-go.
Yeah, look for the Pointers really to step on the accelerator here in the second period with the long change. Try to hem up the Golden Gusties in their defensive end and try to tire them out as this period goes along. But you got to have the puck on your stick and stop turning it over in the neutral zone.
Off the face-off, Wilson Northey going to pick it up here for Stevens Point. Near side, Jordan Fader trying to bang it free, gets it deep. Here's Poulias coming around, Harrison Stewart with it. He'll step around, knock down, goes to an E, keeps it going. Behind the net, Jordan Fader. He'll go to the far circle, reverses it back. Northey will chase after it here on the near side. First to get there, though, is Kyle Heffron. Just got to start winning a couple battles here. Out high it comes, Stewart with it now. He'll look to pull it back. Harrison Stewart behind the net. And now they'll come, turning shot fired there, and turning shot, that's blocked again. Well, I tell you what, Jackson Helly's getting some help in front as well. Gusties with it, long-range pass off the boot of Aromatario, right to the Gusties. Fader reaching for it, and Wilson Northey finally takes it away. Ahead he'll go, Noah Finstrom with it, back to the middle, here comes Northey. Wilson Northey in through a stick check, centers it back, coming down, coming in, Fader with a shot. Jackson Helly with a heck of a save, and the Gusties clear it out. And Ryan Wagner back to get it. Wow. Best chance in a while for the Pointers Finstrom on the far side, now in the neutral zone. Back near his own blue line. Aromatario walks it through. He'll come back with Fletcher Anderson. Anderson coming, goes to a backhand, now veers off. He'll wait, feeds it to Brady Smith. Shot fired, and we get a pile up in the net. As it is, Nick Aromatario ends up into Jackson Helly, and they'll blow that dead. And I don't think we'll get a penalty here. They'll just clear everybody out. We'll get a face-off.
Lost an edge, and into the net he went. As Brady Smith flipped that puck over the top of the net. Hey, the message to the Pointers is get to the net.
Yep.
As Fletcher Anderson, that was a perfect example of how the Pointers are not getting to the net. He gets to the face-off dot instead of challenging the defender for the Golden Gusties. He decides to wheel back and, outlet it to Brady Smith, and just it's not a very high percentage shot right now.
Here's Fletcher Anderson with it. Tried to flip back to the middle again. Gusties have blocked 5 shots here tonight as well. Brady Smith back. Smith looks to send it ahead, does, and it's deflecting, goes up into the netting. We'll get a whistle.
Off the pointer into the net, so we'll get a neutral zone face-off coming up here.
We got some activity at Westman Arena here, Sean?
I'm no math major, but I believe there was 19 penalty minutes through 20 minutes at Westman Arena. Adrian has a 3-0 lead as they took care of business on the power play there in the first period. And the number 1 team in the nation flexing their muscles. And we're going to get a penalty here, a cross-check on, I think it's away from the play on the goal.
The Gusties?
The Gusties, so the Pointers
looks like Mason Hendrickson is talking with Travis Alberg. Yep.
Yeah,
cross-checking call. Stevens Point will go to the Skyward power play for the second time here tonight.
That was away from the play, right off the face-off. So a big spot here early on in the second period for the Pointers to get themselves going here on a cross-checking call to Hendrickson.
Skyward power play for the Pointers, and the Gusties gain possession right away and blast it the length of the ice. Stout, a 1-0 lead over St. Scholastica. St. John's and Eau Claire are scoreless. Concordia, Wisconsin, River Falls scoreless. We'll get to some of the other scores here as we get them. Chirino with speed in, nothing there.
Well, hard to skate through 4 players, Tom.
Minute and a half remaining on the second Skyward power play of the night. Pointers, their first time around, credited with 2 shots on goal. Now here with some speed coming in is Aromatario, far side. Looks to center, instead comes to Finstrom in the near corner. He'll let it go around. Brady Smith out high, back to the near corner to Chirino. Behind the net he goes. Finstrom with a shot. Another shot blocked by the Gusties. Near side Finstrom. Finstrom out high to Smith. He zips it cross ice to Aromatario. Aromatario holds off, looking to get free for a shooting angle. Does, fires a shot, hit a body in front. Helly doesn't know where it is, and Chirino in the near corner. Back to Brady Smith, a minute to go in the Skyward power play for the Pointers. Chirino, Brady Smith with a shot. German to the rebound, but a good save by Jackson Helly. Behind the net, Finstrom out to Smith. They'll recycle again. Aromatario far side. He'll come in front, redirected. Helly a save, pinballing around. And then it's Finstrom to the side of the net, or Chirino to the side of the net, and they'll clear it out.
Nice little give and go there, and a good deflection by the Pointers. And change it up on Helly as he's been on his A game. And he just kind of deflects it up to himself into the glove hand. And get us another stoppage and play. Little life in the Pointer power play here, Tom. Nice puck movement, got a couple good shots on goal. Helly just better than the Pointers power play right now.
All right, off the face-off into the near corner. Pointers have 38 seconds remaining on the Skyward power play. Near side, Hennigan chips it free. Anderson, nifty jump shot, save made by Helly again. Anderson with a nifty pass to David Hill, who teed that one up.
Nice
Jackson Helly is in his game here.
He's on his A game, the junior goaltender for the Golden Gusties, the only goaltender to return from a year ago. Able to make a good save from near post to far post and shut that shot down from David Hill.
Face off to the right side. The other two goaltenders here have some local flavor. We'll touch on this in a second here. Now right in front, redirected, went just wide. Anderson after a rebound, 15 seconds to go. And out high, it's David Hill. Far side, Hennigan throws it in front again. Shot, Helly with another save. Rebound to the side of the net. And David Hill with it. Final seconds ticking off here to the far corner. David Hill with it, trying to get free. Stevens Point, Anderson after it, around to the near side. Gusties will get to it. Mason Hendrickson back the other way. Long outlet pass ahead. Witherspoon runs some traffic, forces it back. Then he gets smoked and lost the handle on. Gusty's carried in the near side to Hendrickson again. Looks to center. 15:40 to go in the second. Stevens Point trailing here 1-0. Hennigan ahead. Nothing there. Now, boy, Gusty's bringing the forecheck hard here. And behind the net, Jordan Fader finally will dig it out. Gusty's force a turnover. They'll dance free. Backhanded shot. Ryan Wagner forces that one off. Hennigan to the far corner. Gusty's take it away again. Stevens Point still runs into bodies on the far side. Still trying to clear it out, but can't. Long range shot that time by Brandon Sloth. And it's loose to the left side. Far corner it goes. They'll spin it around. Wilmer Svensson with it. Now up ahead. Here's David Hill back behind the play. Hill coming, trying to get to a backhand. Comes in. Shot. Lifted it over the top of the net. Gets to his rebound. Throws it in front of the net. Backhanded shot. Poulias can't get to it. And the rebound to the inside. Now near side. Cody Moline now in there for Stevens Point. Boy, oh boy. You talk about snake bitten in the goal scoring department. Far corner, Gunrowski. To Isaac Moberg out of the zone. Gusty's with a wind-up, but they're offsides. Gunrowski will get it for Stevens Point in the far corner. Gunrowski, right wing, chips it off the near boards. Moline brings it in. Have numbers here. Here's Moline firing a shot. Shoulder save made by Helly. Moline to the rebound. Behind the net again, they'll stand up there. Isaac Moberg puts his nose in there to try to dig it free, but the Gusty's able to pull it back and lift it out. Sam Ide back to get it for Stevens Point. He'll cycle back here. Ide up ahead. Moline on the far side. Defender coming in. Gusty's poke it free. They got a man open in front of the net, but can't get it to him. Stevens Point, a good job in the back check. Now they'll come back near side. One-timer. That's deflected wide. The Gusty's are putting their foot in the gas pedal here. 13:50 to go. 1-0. Gustavus with the lead. And carrying the momentum at the moment. Centering past Moline with it ahead. Here's Isaac Moberg. 3-on-2, but this line's out of gas. Moberg in, drags a shot. Helly with a save and no rebound.
Yep, and that's what Helly's done all night, Tom. Making the big saves when he needs to, and then doing a nice job of just controlling those simple saves, getting face-offs.
I was going to mention, Sean, there are other two goaltenders that are on the roster. Zach Doshin is a freshman out of Bloomington, Minnesota, played his junior hockey with the Wausau Cyclones that play out of Marathon Park, and Will Penny is a freshman out of St. Louis Park, Minnesota, played with the Wisconsin Rapids River Kings. So, local junior B action in the area. Now, pass thrown in front of the net. Never got to Ryan Wagner. They'll lift it up. Boy, Stevens Point very lucky they didn't get a penalty on Chirino here. He somehow carries it in onside and then dumps it back behind the net for Matthew Pauls. Near corner it goes. Aromatario will chase in far side. And Stevens Point with a little cycle here. Now they'll throw it back in front, but nobody home. Gusty's with it in a breakaway. Back the other way. Here comes Patrick McDonald in. McDonald shot. He missed a wide open net and then comes right back out in front. Pointers with it, maybe in transition. Another terrible turnover here by the Dogs, and here comes Gustavus. They look to center it. They'll jam it. Wagner fights that off to the far corner. Brady Smith finally calms it down. Dawson Chirino with it. He'll clear it out up on the far side. Smith will get a piece of it. Finally to Chirino. Oh, he's blasted from the side. And now back the other way. Tyler German with a big hit to free it up. But the Gusty's able to keep going. Stanislav Danayev with it. He'll carry it around. Danayev. Nobody's going to pick him up, so he'll bring it in all the way on the near side. Danayev near corner, centers it, coming, walking free around. Here's Mason Hendrickson, shot and a goal. Stevens Point, Sean, in a defensive nap. And the Gusty's are taking it to the Pointers. It's 2-0.
Yep, 2 or 3 defensive turnovers, Tom, by the Pointers leads to that goal. And the Gusty's have jumped all over the Pointers here in the first 10 minutes. I was just going to say, the Pointers need that media timeout to settle things down. And now they are up a hill with the goaltender on his A game. And the Golden Gusty's and the Pointers down 2-0. And Hendricks is going to get his first goal as a Gusty.
Wilson Northey. Pointers need to answer. Jordan Fader with a shot. Helly with a save, and the rebound up into the net and out of play. Pointers have outshot the Gusty's here 21-8, but trail 2-0. Sean, this is to be honest with you, a carbon copy of the women's game I did last Saturday.
Okay.
Where St. Olaf outshot the Pointers by a crazy amount and found themselves down 2-0. Same thing you could say here. So, Stevens Point going to have to come from behind. Finstrom now to Harrison Stewart, throws it back in front. Northey to the side of the net. Just got to get something positive going in your way here. Northey still able to get it. He'll throw it, deflects off a skate, up and out of play. 12:02 to go in the second. So it's Gustavus Mason Hendrickson from Stanislav Danayev at 7:39 of the second period. The Gusties a 2-0 lead. Face off just outside the Gustavus blue line on the near side. Off the face-off, the Gusties with it. Off the far wall, Humberstone chops that down for Stevens Point. Now back to the far side. Jack Suki walks in. We're going to get a whistle and a penalty coming up here on a tripping call. And this, Sean, this is a... I hope Suki's okay here. Yep. What, knee to knee? And Suki to one knee is able to get up, but it's going to be Brett Humberstone that's going to go off on a tripping call.
How much, Tom? That's the question.
And 2 minute up on the board. So Suki off, and
I hope he's all right.
He'll go to the back of the bench.
That's a tough hit.
Oof. All right, so maybe penalty kill.
Maybe a shorthander can get him going.
Yep, Hennigan around near side. Wilson Northey will hold it up, try to clear it up the wall on the near side. Hennigan back to the far corner. Now Pointer is able to clear it out. Northey with it. He'll send it ahead to Moberg off the far wall down the length of the ice. All right, here's Helly to the far corner, and you might be able to hear Coach Tyler Krieger imploring Wilson Northey to get after it, which he is. Side of the net again. Here's the Gusties once again behind their own net. Peter Filipov. Up ahead on the right wing, Kyler Fenton. And into the near corner. 9 minutes into the second period. Gusties waltz in. Got a man open in front of the net again. 1:05 remaining. This is their first power play of the night here. Far side it goes for the Gusties. Filipov trying to go back door instead. He'll hold. Now brings it out high to the point. And a shot that's wired wide. Took a bounce around. Bouncing puck coming up to get it. Brandon Sloth. Now they'll turn it over and come right back door in. Wagner with a poke check to free it up. Gusties with it back to the near side. Pointers are scrambling a little bit here on the penalty kill. Now they go far side. Face-off circle. Shot. Big save. Ryan Wagner. An important save there. 41 seconds to go in the man advantage.
Nice job going from the near post to the far post, Tom, and swallowing that one-time shot up. Good read by the senior goaltender and Ryan Wagner. Get a face-off in the Pointer end. 41 seconds remaining on Gustavus's first power play of the evening, and they lead 2-0.
All right, face-off to the left side. 41 seconds remaining in the Gustavus power play. Now long outlet pass ahead, just missed Jordan Fader. Jackson Helly off to get it, back the other way he goes. Now around it goes, Tyler German. Fader turnover coming in, firing a shot, blocked, came right back to him. Fader leaves it for German. German turns, fires a shot, that's hoisted high. Goes up and out of play, we'll get a whistle. 10:03 to go here in the second. 15 seconds remaining in the Gustavus power play. And Sean, a reminder here with the media timeout, cannot come on a power play.
Correct. So I'll have to wait.
So
it'll be the next stoppage after both teams are even strength.
Yep. So in theory, if you can kill off 15 seconds, the next whistle after that would be, and here's Jordan Fader. Muscles it up on the far wall. German turnover, shorthanded. Pointers come in front, backhanded shot. Helly with a save. Rebound loose, a 2-on-none, basically turn wide. 9:49 to go here in the period, and what do we have?
A new puck. The puck went up into the
play.
Up into the netting. So 2 seconds remaining, and the Pointers have taken a great, have taken it to Gustavus. You can see Coach Krieger's hunting for that shorty, and we'll get a face-off here deep in the Gustavus end.
2 seconds remaining on the Gusty power play. Finstrom to take the face-off for Stevens Point. Around it goes. Pointers back at even strength. Gusty's cleared out. Gunrowski back to get it. And around to the near corner. Brady Smith off the glass. Long range shot in. Bouncing puck. Pointers will finally get it. Sean, you get that feeling the Pointers can just get one?
Yes. They got to break. Solve Helly
somehow
here.
All right, here's David Hill coming in. Backhanded shot. That wires high to the near side. Smith with it. Throws it in front. Try to redirect, but couldn't connect. Boy, good job here by Hennigan to tie it up on the far side. Gusty's had some numbers. And they are trying the long lead pass again. Kicked at there by Mose Messerly. Goes too far. Turnover right in front. And, oh, what a back check here by Mick Hennigan to prevent a 2-on-none. And I think Ryan Wagner with a poke check to boot. Brady Smith, right wing, carries it in with speed. Comes back, far side. There's Hill with a shot. Another shot blocked by the Gusties. And they may have a 2-on-1 back the other way. Mose Messerly with it. Messerly coming in. They'll center it back. Oh, the Gusties do the Pointers a favor here. Long range shot to the side of the net. Redirected. 8.5 to go in the second. We'll get the media timeout at the next whistle. And the Pointers are just trying to survive that far. Brady Smith off the glass and out. We'll get a whistle. No icing though as it stops. 8:20 to go here in the period. Long range pass ahead. Here's Hennigan. Chips it back the other way. David Hill with it now. Hill comes back, feeds it in far side to Witherspoon. He'll come back in front. Here comes Cody Moline in. Moline puts the brakes on, trying to get some separation. He has it jammed off his stick on a good forecheck there by Danayev. And the Gusties clear it out. Gusties back the other way, left wing, firing a shot. That whistles through. Wilmer Svensson, who I believe scored the second goal, back the other way. Here comes Moline on a breakaway. Cody Moline slides away from him, coming in. Helly with a save. Moline back in front. They jam it again. Backhanded shot again. Still not a shot on goal by the Pointers. Witherspoon turns, fires a shot. Helly with a save. Rebound behind the net. Cody Moline chips it out high toward Moberg, but the Gusties get there first and feather it out. Sam Ide kicks it down. 7.5 to go in the second period. Stevens Point trailing Gustavus 2-0. Big hit by Moberg. Pointers get it free. Moberg gloves it down. Tried to backhand it ahead. And boy, right now, Sean, Gustavus is just owning the red line. All right, here's Sam Ide. Ide in, far side, chips it in. Ide behind the net. He'll go the first to get it. Holds it up there, waits for the change. Matthew Falls right in front of the net. Backhanded shot. Helly with a save, and it ricochets up into the netting and out of play. And we'll get immediate timeout. 7:01 to go in the second. 2-0 Gustavus on the Pointers Sports Network.
Want to get your degree and stay debt-free? With the Wisconsin Army National Guard, you can get paid to be a full-time student with their 100% tuition reimbursement program. You can join the Guard, be a part-time soldier, and earn a degree. Call Sergeant First Class Mike Parks at 920-279-7527 or visit NationalGuard.com to learn more. The Wisconsin Army National Guard, a proud sponsor of Pointers Athletics. Want to stay in the game online with the Pointers? Visit the official UWSP Athletics website, athletics.uwsp.edu. New and improved online home of the Pointers provides fans with a clean, consistent, and modern experience across all devices. You'll find the latest Pointers news, rosters, schedules, results, links to live broadcasts, statistics, and much, much more. Your gateway to the Pointers Sports Network, athletics.uwsp.edu.
All right, back here at Wood Arena. 7:01 to go in the second. Face off to the right side of Jackson Helly. Tyler German will take the draw out there with Matthew Falls and Dawson Sherino. Here's Falls going to the far corner. Jack Succi, is that who? No, I take it back. It's Brandon Sloth. And somehow gets through Harrison Stewart. Romatario after it. He'll cycle around. Nothing but black jerseys around him. Sherino with it ahead. Falls with it. He'll send it in deep. Jackson Helly to the near side.
Chirino will get there out high to Stewart. No shooting angle at all into the skate of a defender behind the net. Chirino held up from behind. It looked like they had a grab of the jersey there. Pointers swipe at it on the far side. It comes up in the air at the red line of the far side. Harrison Stewart ahead, now to Tyler German. German knocked off the play, and the Gusties again. The red line, forward it back the other way. Micah Jernander spun it around that time. Pointers now, German again. Finally, Matthew Falls will get it deep. Chirino with a foot race. He'll get to it in the near corner. He'll hold it up, but then let it go. And comes out of the zone, Brady Smith. Smith, cross ice to Gunrowski. Red line, they'll dump it in. Jordan Fader with it around. Now behind the net to Wilson Northey. Northey waits for it. Jordan Fader a little out of position here. Somebody's got to take this game over for the Pointers. Right now it's Dylan Gast. He'll get to it first. Now Wilson Northey again. Here's Jordan Fader. Fader back the other way. Has Poulias as a trailer. Fader waiting for help. He'll fire a shot off the glove of Helly. Near side Brady Smith to the rebound. Smith behind the net. Now waiting for it. And Smith back behind the net. Now they'll center it. Oh, comes through and just missed Wilson Northey. Rink-wide pass here by the Gusties. They'll center it back. Singvongsai that time wiring it through. Near side, Brady Smith again. 5:08 to go in the second. Stevens Point trailing by a pair here has outshot the Gusties 25-9. Fader ahead, Wilson Northey. Northey to the red line, he'll get it deep. They're changing. Connor Witherspoon off the bench. Isaac Moberg, Cody Moline with him. Near side, Moline reaching for it, gets it back. Sam Ide out there with Brett Humberstone. Ide ahead, just missed Isaac Moberg. No icing call. They will say that the Gusties could have played it. Now behind the net, Witherspoon after it again. Moline cutting. He'll get to it first in the far corner. Cycles with it, trying to bring it out high. Turns in front. Humberstone couldn't turn to get a shot. Here's Witherspoon with it again. Witherspoon diving under a check, gets it free behind the net. Moberg backhanded shot, slides right through. Near side, Moline. Here's Sam Ide out high. Redirected shot in the goal. Sam Ide from the point. It's Connor Witherspoon with a redirection. Stevens Point on the board with 4:24 to go in the period.
Sometimes that's all you got to do, Tom, is just get the puck to the net. And Connor Witherspoon, I believe that will be his first of the season, as he deflects the puck right in the middle, right in the slot, and it finds its way through some skates, and Jackson Skip Helly and the Pointers have cut the lead in half to 2-1.
All right, 4:24 to go here. And let's see if he can get the big Mo working for the purple and gold. Off the near wall, Ide with it out, spears it out high. Kyler Fenton back to get it. David Hill after it. Hill with a hit behind the net. Fletcher Anderson almost came up with it. Near side, Ide on the jam again. Stevens Point has lit the match here. David Hill tried to center it. That's broken up by the Gusties. Big hit coming in the near side. Gusties wanted a penalty call, as down hard there, Landon Johnson. Long outlet pass ahead. Ryan Wagner comes out to play it, and then Ryan Wagner gets run into. Pointers take it away, back the other way. Here comes Fletcher Anderson. He'll veer off at the half wall on the far side, slides it through to Hennigan, but an alert stick here by Mason Hendrickson thwarted that chance. Back the other way it goes. Yowza. Hennigan cuts in. He'll carry it in. Mick Hennigan goes to the far corner. Hennigan leaves it, side of the net. Finstrom, he'll kick it toward the net. Helly fought that one off. Finstrom with a good job with the defender on his back, carries it to the near corner. Here's Dawson Chirino. Chirino, bad angle shot. That comes back right in front, redirected. Fletcher Anderson. Finstrom with a shot. Glove down. Pointers throw it back to the front of the net. Hill battling at it. Jackson Helly. Oh, boy. Another good chance. Stevens Point put the pressure on here.
Could the floodgates open here for the Pointers in the last 5 minutes of the second period? We'll see. But good offensive pressure by Stevens Point. The Pointers' first goal of the night. Connor Witherspoon, his first of the season. Sam Ide, Cody Moline get the assist at 15:36. Gusty still leading 2-1. Superior is tallying Tommy up in Superior. They trail Adrian 3-1.
All right, face off to the right side of Jackson Helly. Face off. Sean St. John's up 2-0 over Eau Claire. Near corner. And side of the net. Jackson Helly will cover that one up, but a lot more confidence from the Pointers here.
Yep, got the first one, and they are getting back to their bread and butter on the forecheck, and you just got to solve Jackson Helly one more time. With the puck to the net. You'd still like the Pointers to get to the net here in the later stages, as you've gotten Gustavus pinned back in their own end.
Face off to the left side of Jackson Helly. Chirino leaves it out high to Hennigan. He has to wait for a defender to come by here. Chirino carries it, and Chirino whistles a shot. That's blocked. Rebound to his backhand. That went wide. Matthew Falls with a chop at it there. Up high. Gusty's lifted out. Comes all the way back down in. Harrison Stewart back to get it. Boy, Dawson Chirino, Sean, can pull the string, can he?
Yes, he can.
Harrison Stewart ahead. Matthew Falls, right wing, comes in. German to the front of the net. Now they'll leave it back. Tyler German firing a shot. That went just wide. And a rebound to the near side. Stevens Point, all the puck possession here. And now it's Matthew Falls with it once again. Falls coming around. Looks to center. Pile up behind the net. German after it as well. Chirino in there. Tyler German is bodied up there by Dylan Gast. And on the near side, Pointers keep it going. Harrison Stewart. Cross ice. Hennigan, long range shot. That whistles through. Here's Jordan Fader covering on the near side. He'll get free. He's going to come right up the middle. Feeds it far face-off circle to Hennigan. Tried to center it for German. Back the other way. Minute 55 to go in the period. All Stevens Point in the pressure department as they're trying to get back to even. Here's Hennigan. He'll come waltzing in. Got it to Fader. Side of the net. Jordan Fader reaching with it for a defender. Behind the net. He's tied up. Fader tied up with Dylan Gast. And it's Chirino with it out high. Romatario holds it in. He'll send it back deep again. Fader lets it go. Off the stick of Poulias to the near side. Andrew Poulias out high. Shovels it in. Northie with a shot. Helly with a save. Rebound is loose. Fader jamming for it. But Jackson Helly is able to get down and cover it up. We'll get a whistle. Minute 28 to go in the period.
Jackson Helly continues to be the story here for the Golden Gusties, as he made 2-3 good saves. It's all Pointers here in the final 5 minutes of the second period.
Sean Stout being outshot 22-12 against St. Scholastica, but is up 2-0. Let's not forget Stout started the year, 0-6 a year ago.
Yep.
They got it going.
They have it going. I mean, it'd be interesting to see how the Blue Devils continue to go through this season.
All right, off the face-off, Gusties control, far corner, Stanislav Danayev.
I think they put up 15 goals last weekend, right?
Something like that, 9 and 6, something like that. All right, Romatario, played with a high stick here by the Pointers, and we'll get a whistle with a minute 11. Boy, Sean, you'd love to get back to level here.
Oh, that would be huge. Got to keep it going here. There's going to be a neutral zone face-off right outside the Pointer blue out.
What do you got, Wilson Northey coming up between periods, right?
Yes, sir. Yep. Good chat with Wilson.
So that is our Pointer profile there. Minute 11 to go here. Gusties with a 2-1 lead. Poulias far side, just out of the reach of Fader. Fader will fire a shot. That's deflected. Northey a stick lift in the near corner, but good body position here by Mason Hendrickson of the Gusties. They clear it out. Stanislav Danayev carries it in. Brady Smith will cut him off. Romatario around on the far side. The Gusties bring it out high, and they'll try to center it. Now they chip it, but it's tipped away free. Here's Brady Smith. He'll poke it free. Charging back the other way, Brady Smith. He'll go to the far corner, tied up with Nick Mose-Messerly. And the Pointers able to feed it to Romatario. Around the boards, Fader behind the net is cut off. Gusties get to it. Brandon Sloth with it. No icing call, they'll say. 30 seconds to go in the period. Ryan Wagner plays it ahead. Here's Moline splitting to the far side and lost the handle. Gusties may have a 3-on-2 if they hustle. Mose-Messerly in, but the Pointers get a stick on it near side. 15 to go in the period. Romatario behind his own net, lost the handle, turnover, side of the net, they jam it. Oh, the paddle here by Wagner to swat it to the far corner. 7 seconds to go, Gusties misplay it. And let's see, will they let it go into the far corner? They'll play it around. Pointers take it away. Moline as Jackson Helly a little loose with the puck there for a minute, but they'll get it. Stevens Point tallies to get within one. Well, Sean, heading the final minutes, you certainly feel better about the effort in the second half of the second period than the first.
Yeah, got to work. Able to tally in the final 5 minutes of the second period and cut this lead in half, but still a lot of work to do here in the third period for the Pointers to get on the right side of the scoreboard.
That's right. Gustavus leads 2-1 after 2. We'll come back with the second period recap, our second intermission. More coming up here in the Pointers Sports Network.
Sure Tire and Service, get your car done right. Big town savings with a small town smile. State of the art Goodyear service keeps you going mile after mile. We're working to earn your trust. You can count on us. Sure Tire and Service, get your car done right.
In guys' hair, game day is every day. That's why the expert stylist at Sport Clips Haircuts study their playbooks with a fine-toothed comb.
Taylor, square face, wavy hair. What's the play?
1/8 inch mid-fade to 1 inch texture top with finishing details with a hard part and a tapered neckline, Coach.
Nice.
The Sport Clips stylist, they know no two guys are ever alike, unless they're twins. Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Len Dudas Motors is your trusted Buick, Chevrolet, and GMC dealership in Stevens Point. Check out their large selection of new and used vehicles, or come in for a test drive. Ask questions about your financing, browse their inventory, or schedule the service you need to keep your vehicle running for years to come. From the time you enter the showroom, you can expect to be treated like family each and every visit. Len Dudas Motors, 3305 Main Street, Stevens Point.
The Pointers Blue Line Club brings together hockey fans from all levels to enjoy and support Pointers hockey. Whether you're an individual, family, or business, there are many ways you can support the Pointer program. Consider an individual membership, a business sponsorship, or visit the Blue Line Club apparel stand and purchase the latest items to show your Pointer hockey pride. Get more information at pointerbluelineclub.com.
All right, back here at Willett Arena, Tom Weaver, Sean McMahon, our second intermission. Gustavus leading Stevens Point by a score of 2-1. Sean, another, I think, kind of classic case of, you know, every opponent that comes in here is going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You better be ready.
You better be ready every night. And Gustavus always, and we talked about it in the first period, Gustavus always plays the Pointers tough. They're close games. They're grinders. Gustavus is so positionally sound. It's going to take some ugly goals to get it done. Nothing pretty here. And they're going to have to get back. The Pointers are going to have to get to work in the final 20 minutes to get on the right side of the scoreboard. But at least a step in the right direction in that last 5 minutes.
All right, Gustavus got on the board. Nate Stone, his first career goal from Kyle Heffron at 15-18 of the first period. Stevens Point outshot Gustavus 12-5 in that first period, but trailed 1-0. Gusties doubled their lead. Mason Hendrickson with his, let's see here, Mason Hendrickson, that's his first career goal, right?
Yes.
For another freshman out of Deep Haven, Minnesota. Hendrickson assisted by Stanislav Danayev. That came at 7:39. But then the Pointers, Sean, I think really, Brett Humberstone took a penalty at the 8:13 mark.
Yes.
And I think the penalty kill got the Pointers going, and from there, it was the possession game that we like to see from the Pointers. Sam Ide got it ahead to Cody Moline, who set up Connor Witherspoon. 15-36, Witherspoon is first of the year. Stevens Point on the board, trailing 2-1. Pointers outshoot the Gusties in that second period, 17-5, 29-10 through 2 periods here on the Skyward power play. Stevens Point 0 for 2, but Sean, 7 power play shots. They were credited with 5 shots on that second Skyward power play that they had. So Stevens Point got that going. Gustavus so far 0 for 1 with 1 shot credited on the power play. Jackson Helly, 28 saves through 2 periods. Ryan Wagner has made 8 saves through 2 periods, as it is Gustavus leading Stevens Point 2-1. Other scores, Stout has extended their lead 2-0 over St. Scholastica. It is St. John's 2-0 over Eau Claire. Concordia, Minnesota leads Northland 1-0. Concordia, Wisconsin, and River Falls are scoreless, and Adrian 3-1 over UW Superior. Mayak, St. Mary's, and Hamlin are tied at 1. NCHA Finals, 1 final. Aurora nips Trine 4-3, and MSOE leading Lake Forest by a score of 2-0. Pointer women's hockey team is off until Tuesday. They will take on St. Norbert. We'll have that game here on the Pointer Sports Network with pregame programming at 6:45 as a non-conference matchup there for the Pointers. Pointer women next week will play St. Norbert on Tuesday and then at River Falls on Friday. So
and we'll get into the deep end of the pool. Here, Stevens Point. Sean, you feel a little better the way that period ended? A little more positivity?
Yeah, a little bit better, but still a lot of work to do here in the final 20 minutes.
All right, it is Gustavus leading Stevens Point 2-1. We continue with our second intermission. Wilson Northey, the senior out of North Vancouver, British Columbia, will have his chat with Sean as our Pointer profile. Pointers trail it here 2-1. We'll come back and have more. You're listening to Pointer Hockey on the Pointers Sports Network.
UWSP Athletics would like to thank Century World, a valued sponsor of Pointers Athletics. Nestled in the heart of central Wisconsin, Century World is a great place to hold your next event. With breathtaking facilities coupled with a wide variety of packages and amenities to deliver an exceptional experience, and with an award-winning 18-hole golf course with rolling greens to the famous Flower Hole, Century World consistently ranks as one of the best destination golf courses in the nation. For more information, visit centuryworld.com.
Bring home incredible internet, TV, and phone services with TDS Fiber. Register now at tdsfiber.com/radio. Enjoy cyber-spacious internet speeds up to 1 gig at your home or business. Plus, change the way you watch TV with our whole home DVR. Can't get that with cable. Powerful internet, premium services. Go to tdsfiber.com/radio to register, learn about bonus offers, and more. TDS Fiber available in certain areas. See website for details.
At Papa John's Pizza, the secret to success is much like the secret to making a great pizza. The more you put into it, the more you get out of it. Whether it's signature sauce, toppings, original fresh dough, or even the box itself, Papa John's invests in ingredients to ensure the finest quality pizza. Call Papa John's at 715-972-1414 for delivery, or stop by Division Street for carryout to order your favorite pizza, breadsticks, or wings today. Papa John's, a proud sponsor of Pointer Athletics.
And continuing with our Pointer hockey programming here during the second intermission, we could talk to the second of the three captains here here this season. It's Wilson Northey, the senior captain forward from North Vancouver, British Columbia. I'll spit it out. Wilson, first of all, thanks for taking the time. I guess we'll do this again for the final time. I think you and Tom talked last year a little bit, but good to come back. And I guess COVID's been weird, but you've elected to take this extra year, and your thoughts so far early on in the season.
Yeah, well, I mean, hopefully it's not a sixth time, so this might be my last time, but I'm feeling good. It's always fun to start the year. Like, it's always exciting times, and we got a great group of returning guys coming back, so I've been excited. It's been a fun time just getting to work with these guys every day, and we're trying to build here this weekend. So
your path to your super senior year a little bit different than most, electing not to play the COVID year, but then coming back and playing last year and playing a big role on this hockey team. When you reflect back to last season and on the verge of making a national championship NCAA tournament run, what were your overall thoughts about how the season went last year for you and the team?
It's tough. Like, ultimately, the goal we set out for ourselves at the start of the year, we didn't achieve, and I felt like we had it in moments and spurts and just couldn't put it together down the stretch. So, I was happy with how we played for a good part of the after Christmas break there, and it just fueled me personally a lot to want to work and want to play with these guys. They're great teammates and a great group of guys. So I thought it was a great building block. We had a lot of new guys last year that we're trying to integrate into this program, this culture, and what it means to be a Pointer. So it's just amazing to see how that's panned out this year. So hopefully we can keep building off it.
This team's a little bit different. The last couple of years we've been talking about how young this group is, and how they're kind of learning by trial by fire. But the excuses are kind of out the door this year, isn't it? And the next year after this, with all the upperclassmen on this team, you guys are ready to take that next step, aren't you?
For sure, that's the goal. That's what we've been talking about all summer, keeping in touch, and we got a heck of a big junior group here that is hungry for success. They haven't tasted it. They've unfortunately been through the ringer with COVID to start their college career, and now they're just chomping at the bit this year with restrictions being lifted, and it seems like we're back at it. So I'm excited to help those guys out as as a group and the sophomore class as well. So, and we got some good freshmen all the way down the lineup. So,
absolutely, this team's a little bit different. Before we get talking about the team, you feeling okay? I feel like every time we're mentioning your name, you're battling some type of injury. But I mean, playing in your 5th year here, we were joking before the interview. A lot of duct tape, a lot of bubble gum keeping you together. How are you feeling after a week into the season?
I don't know. The grandpa jokes keep coming. So, no, I'm feeling fine. Never 100% in anything in hockey. It's a physical sport, but no, I've been feeling great this year. We've been lucked out with the health this year, which we didn't have last year. So hopefully we can keep that going.
And you had a good weekend last week, and a goal and an assist. You playing a key role we always talk about big games. Your name always comes up. What's it take to be into those games and be a force in a big game situation?
I don't know. I don't know if I have any secret recipe for that, but Tato, our equipment manager, is just swinging by here. So
yeah.
He says hi. No, I don't know if I have a secret recipe for that. I just think it was start of the year. It wasn't the weekend we wanted, outcome-wise, and especially Friday. I thought guys were fighting the puck a little bit, and you just want to do whatever it takes to get a greasy one in those types of games. So it was lucky for me to have that happen, and looking to continue. So
I think that one of the bigger things that stood out to Tom and I, Tyler talked a lot about how you guys are fast. The speed's there. You guys play a good team game, transition game. You guys came out with the physical play both Friday and Saturday night to be able to push around a St. Norbert team. That's a little bit of a feather in the cap for this group, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't totally surprising to me. Like the outcome we had Friday, you'd expect a little bit of a push from us, and I was happy that we built through that Saturday game. Probably not the outcome that we deserved or the bounces that we could have got. It ran into a pretty hot goalie that night, but that's when we're going all forward lines and all defensive lines, using our feet, moving, getting to pucks. That physicality is going to come out, and I felt like that was a big part of our game Saturday that we're hopefully bringing tonight. So,
how's school going? You and Jordan and Ryan are on the same track. A very interesting or a unique master's program here at the university that you three are going to get out of here with a master's degree at the end of the season.
Yeah, it's pretty unique. So me and Jordan and Ryan, all 5th years, have decided to do the 4+1 master's MBA program. And I'm not sure if anybody else has signed up yet from this class, but it was good. It's a good opportunity with COVID just to take a 5th year, and it seemed like fitting to get that extra education in at the moment while I can, and it's been going well. I should be graduating here soon, and who knows what's after the hockey career, but probably pay off to get that extra education in. So,
absolutely. Parents' weekend this weekend. Your parents able to make the long trek from North Vancouver to come and see you play here this weekend?
Yeah, I got the mom and my brother, so they're excited. They're going to be rinkside at the Glass, so they're excited to come.
Outstanding, and that's got to mean a lot to you. I can't imagine that it's easy to get to Stevens Point from where you live in the world.
No, it's not, but they love coming out every year, same time every year, and hopefully we can bring them out again during tournament time, so that would be nice.
Absolutely. Finally for you, Gustavus comes into tonight. You guys start a 4-game swing against some MIAC schools. These go a long way towards March, and you guys can get on some good momentum here with 2 good wins here on home ice this weekend.
Yeah, like I said before, I mean, it wasn't the outcomes we were looking for last weekend. I mean, St. Norbert's is a great team, and Gustavus and they're working just as hard, and it's going to be a tough game for us today. So we're looking to build momentum this weekend. It's going to be a really big weekend for this group, and
I get the feeling it's more of a worry about yourself kind of weekend than the opponent, isn't it?
Yeah, process over outcome, I suppose, but that's how it goes.
All right. Well, thank you so much for taking the time, and best of luck the rest of your super senior year.
Thanks, Sean.
All right. That was Wilson Northey, the senior captain from North Vancouver, British Columbia. More Pointer hockey coming up here on the Pointer Sports Network.
Your family safety is important, And with winter driving coming, Sherrill Tire and Service can help. Sherrill Tire and Service Centers can help with new tires and a pre-season tune-up, so your entire vehicle is winter ready. Sherrill Tire and Service, Plover, Stevens Point, Weston, Wisconsin Rapids, Marshfield, and Medford. And online at SherrillTire.com.
Sherrill Tire and Service. Get your car done right.
Hey sports fans, if supportive teammates, a great culture, and an honest shot at advancement make for a win, then you'll be victorious when you join Skyward's award-winning team. You'll help put powerful data in the hands of school leaders who serve over 7 million students around the world. Innovation, collaboration, and fun are all a part of the Skyward culture. So what are you waiting for? Apply today at skyward.com/careers and join more than 275 Pointer alumni at Skyward.
Hi, back here at Willett Arena.
In November is jam-packed with Pointers action as the winter.
As we are set for period number 3. We'll get to things in a minute here as Hennigan controls it. A goaltending change for the Pointer. Matthias Smith is going to make his Pointer debut for the freshman out of British Columbia. Isaac Moberg ahead. Here's Stevens Point. Witherspoon coming back the other way ahead. And on the near side, and I don't know if this is just an energy move here, Sean, or if there's something wrong with Ryan Wagner. I know Alex Proctor got dinged up. Now the Gusties throw it to the near side, and back the other way comes Stevens Point. Here is Cody Moline, carries it in, centering pass back through to Moberg, just missed it. Out high, Harrison Stewart with a shot blocked by the Gusties. Pointers get to it in the far corner. Here is Gustavus with it. Back the other way, Jack Suki. That's good to see, Sean. Jack Suki out there after he was dinged up. And here come the Pointers. Around through to the near side, Brady Smith to Aromatario out of his way. Pointers drag it in. Matthew Falls here on the near side. So Matthias Smith, Sean. We'll get some numbers on him in a minute. Alex Proctor, of course, got the win, or I should say played Saturday, got the tie, and then won the shootout. Off a body on the far side, Sherino with it. He draws contact and had his pocket picked by Peter Filipov. And it's Sherino at center ice. Near side poked away from him. Aromatario back to get it. He'll shove it ahead, far side. German looks to get it deep. Now comes back the other way. Around it goes.
He's not on the bench, Tom.
All right. Now near side, Aromatario with it. Dawson Sherino clears it out. George Hansen with it. Around to the near side. Near side, Fletcher Anderson. Aromatario fires a shot and then a rebound sent to the side of the net. Anderson to it now. 17:45 to go here. Stevens Point trailing by a goal. Aromatario stick lifted. Hill lost an edge and back the other way come the Gusties. Wilmer Svensson. Spencer coming back. He'll center it and around. Smith with a poke check there. All right, David Hill back the other way. 3-on-2 if the Pointers hustle. Hill carries it in, drags it, drops. Anderson with a shot, just missed. Hill to the rebound, centering pass comes. Humberstone kicks it to his forehand, fires a shot, hit a body in front. Finstrom after the rebound. Here's Humberstone with it again. Humberstone cycles, throws it in front. Hill had his stick tied up. Sam Ide with it now. Seeing eye shot rattling around, redirected by Hill off the face mask of the goaltender. Humberstone back to it in the far corner. 17:08 to go in the third. Now Anderson out high. Sam Ide fires it up. Helly with a save and no rebound.
Oh, nice job of Helly being aggressive, getting out to the top of his paint, making a good save. No rebound to be had there.
All right, Sean. Matthias Smith, 6'2" and a freshman, out of Courtenay, British Columbia, played his junior hockey with the Powell River Kings in the British Columbia Hockey League. His junior totals 56 games, 19, 25, and 4, goals against average of 3.66, and a save percentage of .893. So he's getting his first action as a Pointer. Side of the net, backhanded shot, cleared aside. Pointer is swatting for it, can't come up with it. This might be an icing call. Nope, not going to get far enough. Sam Ide to it. Jordan Fader throws it in front of his own net to Humberstone. And far side goes. Fader with it now. Jordan Fader ahead. Fader weaves his way through traffic, trying to set things up. We'll bring it back out high to Humberstone. He'll throw it in front of that, redirected, and hit a body in front. Harrison Stewart to the rebound out high in the near side. They'll go wide again. Fader with it now. And, oh boy, rough ride given there to Wilson Northey. And the Gusties pick it up back the other way. Almost looked to be offsides. Here's a turnover now. Witherspoon comes away with it. Connor Witherspoon cuts back behind his own net. Stevens Point trailing 2-1 here. He has the Gusties with it now, right in front of the net. Backhanded shot. Matthias Smith, what a save! Goes post to post. How about that?
Well, okay. Welcome to college
Welcome
hockey.
to Stevens Point. Kyle Heffron out high, deflected into the roof, out of play.
Well,
15:54 to go in the third. Still 2-1 Gustavus.
What a read by Smith. Time to go from near post to far post and kick out that big leg right at the last second to make a big key save early on here in the third period. Still looking to see. I don't see Ryan on the bench, Tom.
I know. And it sounded like Alex Proctor was a question if he was even going to dress.
Right.
All right, off the near side. Gustavus into the near corner. They will cycle the puck low. Dylan Gast with it. Shot fired. That went wide. Might have caught the outside of the near post. Stevens Point in transition. Might have a 3-on-2. Brady Smith ahead. Cuts in front. Feeds it in front. Isaac Moberg couldn't get a shot off. Witherspoon after it. Back the other way come the Gusties. Kyle Heffron far side. Feeds it back to the middle. It'll come all the way through to the near side to George Hansen. Near side Witherspoon. Coughed it up. And it's Isaac Moberg with it. Moberg off the glass on the far side, just out of the reach of Witherspoon, but I think he got a piece of it to prevent an icing call. He'll gather it up. 15-10 to go here in the third. Stevens Point trailing by a goal, and they'll dig it free. Here is Cody Moline up the near side. Moline with it. Matthew Falls took it away. Falls coming around. He'll get free. Falls breaks. Fires a shot. Save made. Actually a block shot. Never got through. They'll go to the side of the net to Falls. Falls. Witherspoon cutting to the middle. Matthew Falls out high to Ide. Near side Hennigan. Mick Hennigan waiting for it. He'll fire a shot in. Jackson Helly with a save, and he'll hang on. 14:47 to go in the third. Still 2-1 Gustavus.
You'd like to jump out of the Pointers here in the first 5 minutes of the third period. Able to get the puck deep and go to work offensively. Have some good shots on goal. It's time to solve Jackson Helly one more time here in the final 15 minutes of the third period.
Near side, Ide. Good job to hold it in by the Pointers. He'll go to Matthew Falls up on the near side. Sherino chops at it, couldn't come away with it. Gunrowski jumps the play. He's able to clear it for a minute, and the Gusties gain possession back the other way. Singvongsai, carries it down. Sam Ide will get it in the near corner and shove it ahead. Off the wall on the near side, Sherino through the legs of a defender. He'll gather it back in. Dawson Sherino. They'll let him go. He'll come right up the middle, fakes a shot, lifts it, goes to the far side. Dawson Sherino centering pass through, nobody home. Now they'll let it go. Here's Aromatario with a wiring shot that goes wide. Harrison Stewart behind the net. And this goes to Tyler German. German in the near corner. 6 minutes into the third period. Pointers trail by a goal. Hill reaching for it. Turnover. Shot fired. Redirected. Where'd it go? Off the heel of the stick. Back to the Pointers. Harrison Stewart with it now. Far corner to Sherino. Finstrom coming off the bench through the middle. They chip it away from Sherino on the far side. Now he gets it back. He'll get it ahead to Finstrom again. Feeds it far wall. Now they'll fire a shot. Pad save. Big rebound there, but the Gusties off the glass and out. Aromatario gloves it down in the near side, but collides with a defender. Danayev coming back 2-on-2. Shot deflected wide. Rebound to the side of the net. Matthias Smith will get that and reach down and cover it up and smother it and get a save.
That's a good save by Smith as he'll get a face-off deep. And Ramatario, Tommy, tried to hold the blue line, took out two players, one of his own, and gave the Gusties a little bit of a 2-on-2 through the neutral zone to get that offensive opportunity.
13:30 to go here in the third. Off the face-off, Gusties with it. They'll kick it in. Near corner, McHennigan to it. Brady Smith with it now. Hennigan around. Up high it goes. Gusties hem it in for a moment, but Brady Smith now. Boy, he's just shoved off the play from behind. Here's the Gusties behind their own net. Wilmer Svensson. Svensson near corner. Leaves it out up high. Kyler Fenton with it now. Out to the point. They'll go wide. Finstrom bodied up in the far corner. Brady Smith there as well. Gusties just content to possess the puck here with a 2-1 lead. 12:50 to go in this one. Anderson in to get it, can't come away with it. Gusty's long-range shot block, here they go. Oh, and the Gusty's a good job of the back check to break it up. Now it's Anderson with it, the far side. Fletcher Anderson accelerates. He'll go to his backhand, cuts, try to leave to Hennigan instead. Saucer pass to Ide. He'll shove it toward, redirect it. Helly with a save. Shot off the side of the net, rebound loose. Finstrom reaching for it, can't come away with it. 12:25 to go in the third. Gustavus a 2-1 lead. Stevens Point out shooting the Gusties 36-11 as a shot wired in now, blockered off by Matthias Smith into the roof and out of play.
Up into the netting, and look at another stoppage in play, and it's coming.
Yeah.
You just got to figure a way to get one past Jackson Helly.
Face off to the left side of Matthias Smith. So here we are, Sean, 3 games in. We've seen all 3 goalies for the Pointers this year. Now, a good shot block here by Jordan Fader, but tried to play it ahead to himself, but couldn't. Humberstone with it now. He'll shove it ahead. Wilson Northey will get to it. Fader reaching for it. Boy, a lot of poking and hoping going on here, and it's just not working out. Now off the glass, they'll blast ahead. Poulias gets it right into the midsection of a defender. Now gathers it off the near wall for Jordan Fader. Just out of his reach there. Brandon Sloth sends it back the other way. Wilson Northey has it poked away. Here come the Gusties. Patrick McDonald near side, ridden off by Humberstone. Sloth and Ide go into the near corner. Behind the net they go, lifting a shot. That wired through, might have rolled along the crossbar. Came to the near side. Fader with it, left wing, back through to the middle. Here's Wilson Northey. Northey coming in, backhand to far side. Poulias firing a shot, went wide. Helly well down and out. Pointers get to it in the near corner. 11.5 to go in the third. Jordan Fader now behind the net, tried to center it in front for Poulias. Humberstone hustling to keep it in on the near side. Humberstone up, they'll chip it around him off the wall. Northey puts his nose in there, can't get to it. The Pointers send it in, but they're off sides. 11:10 to go here in the third. Gustavus with a 2-1 lead. Long range pass ahead. Gusty's red line on the far side. Flip it in. Harrison Stewart breaks that one up. He'll pull it back ahead. Moberg chips it in. Moberg, Moline back the other way. Cody Moline cycling with it. Moline back near side. Gunrowski. Pass now, firing a shot, rattling around. Save made by Helly. Moberg with a redirect there. Half wall in the near side, out to the point toward Gunrowski. That's intercepted. Moline will intercept it off the far wall. Here is Harrison Stewart in. Stewart coming, tried to center it for Moberg. Gusties force it to the far corner. Stewart still in there, still down in the far face-off circle as 4 players jamming for it. The Gusties finally cycle around and clear it out. 10:25 to go here in the third. Gusties clear it out. Harrison Stewart back to get it. He'll ditch a defender and try to accelerate back the other way. Stewart chops it ahead, goes too far. No icing call here. They'll let it go. I don't think Gustavus likes this call a whole lot. Stevens Point is changing, and the puck off the backside of Landon Johnson. Tyler German takes it away. Here's Sherino, hops around. He's got to hustle to get there. Gusties, he puts a shoulder to it, sends it toward the back of the net. First to get there, Nate Stone for the Gusties. Aromatario a hip to it. Comes to Brady Smith at center ice. He'll feather it ahead, falls. He'll send it in. Helly cuts that off. Under 10 minutes to go in the third. Stevens Point trailing by a goal. Gusties out of the right wing. Michael Jernander sends it in. Behind the net. Falls back with it. Falls ahead. German with a hit. Tries to clear the path ahead. Falls coming ahead. Gusties send it back. Here's Brady Smith. Smith ahead. Not enough. Got through. Here's the Gusties. Might have a 2-on-1. Hendrickson coming in. Man to the front of the net to try to drag it around. Oh, good job there by Aromatario to poke it around. Falls to the far boards. Penned up there, and he'll try to clear it up the far wall and does. Sereno has a defender step in front of him. That's Mason Hendrickson. He'll get it deep, but the Gusties are off sides. Coming up on 9 minutes to go in the third. Aromatario accelerates out of his own end. Lost the handle. Now got it back. Chips it far boards. He'll go deep to the far corner. Hill waiting for it. Squirts free behind the net. Slowed down there. Pointers try to get a stick to it. Now they force a turnover. Side of the net. Centering pass out of the reach of Finstrom. Sam Ide slows it down. Gusties can't clear it. Here comes Finstrom. Finstrom back the other way. 2-on-2. Finstrom to a backhand. Tried to jam it through. Jammed off there. Centering pass in front. Shot. Rebound loose. Helly with a save. Rebound cleared out to the side. Pointers jam at it. Gusties clear. Wow. 8.5 minutes to go in the third. Pointers putting some pressure on, but just cannot finish. Here's Ide through the neutral zone ahead to Finstrom. Off of his skate, long reach of Sam Ide keeps it going and then shoves a defender down. It's loose in the neutral zone. Ide will get it back. He'll turn and come up the other way. Sends it deep to the far corner. He'll lead the play there. Chips it around to Finstrom on the near side. Finstrom waiting in front now. Might be a 2-on-1. Hennigan back. Pointers on the back check coming. Here is on the right wing Suki. Suki coming in, firing a shot. Sliding shot blocked by Mick Hennigan. Up into the netting and out of play. Mick Hennigan bails the Pointers out.
Yeah, that was a clear-cut 2-on-1 as Sam Ide got caught deep playing offense, Tom, and struggled to get back into the play, and Mick Hennigan, right at the last second, deflects it off the skate into the netting.
Media timeout, 2-on Gustavus on the Pointers Sports Network.
TDS Fiber, the future of internet, TV, and phone service, is expanding to more communities. Register now at tdsfiber.com/radio. Enjoy internet speeds up to 1 gig at your home or business. That's 10 times faster than 100 meg from cable. Plus, change the way you watch TV with our whole home DVR. Can't get that with cable. Powerful internet, premium services. Go to tdsfiber.com/radio to register, learn about bonus offers, and more. TDS Fiber available in certain areas. See website for details.
Nothing beats the excitement of UW Stevens Point Athletics. Advance tickets for men's hockey and basketball are available online at tickets.uwsp.edu or by calling the University Information and Ticket Office at 715-346-4100. Game day tickets for all Pointers events go on sale at the door 1 hour prior to game time, with group pricing available with 48-hour advance purchase required. Get your seat in the dog pound today at tickets.uwsp.edu.
All right, face-off back into Stevens Point end to the left side of Matthias Smith. I'm going to have to go back here, Sean. Now, face-off Pointers almost, Wilson Northey almost jammed it free. Now they turn it over. Gusties can't come away with it. Here's Poulias, throws it, rink wide to Fader on the near side. Jordan Fader trying to get some space, ridden off by a defender. Gunrowski will get it, he'll bring it deep. Gunrowski to the near corner, looks to center, cuts back behind the net. Gunrowski gonna cycle all the way around, now leaves it far side. Long range shot by Stewart, deflected, Northey to the rebound. Wilson Northey gets hammered, but got it to Andrew Poulias. Pointers really cycling it here. Poulias now throws a backhander to the side of the net near corner. Northey threw it in front, cleared out. Gusties will get it and they'll feather it out. Not far enough for icing. 7:20 to go in the third. Pointers ahead. Fader cutting in far side with Northey. Wilson Northey dragging shot to goal. Oh my goodness! Wilson Northey pulls the string, blisters it past Helly. Stevens Point is level. 7:15 to go.
That's how hard it's been to score. What an amazing move by the senior captain, Wilson Northey. He'll get his third goal of the season, Tom, as he toe-dragged the Gustavus defenseman out of his skates and then wired it up stick side over the shoulder of Helly. And we are level at 2 in the third period.
All right, face off at center ice as the Pointers are back to level. Cody Moline with it. Stevens Point has not had a lead this season, is that right?
They have not had the lead this season.
7:05 to go in this one. In the neutral zone it goes. Brady Smith back to get it, near side. Witherspoon waits for it. Gusties feed it ahead, red line on the far side. Kyler Fenton, near side. Moberg works it down. All right, your path here, Sean, is 5-on-5. And possession of the puck. Long outlet pass ahead. Moline waits for it, feeds it. Here comes Isaac Moberg. Jammed off of his stick. Moberg plays it, and a whistle and an offsides. 6:38 to go here in the third period. For the Pointers, Wilson Northey, his second of the year. For the Pointers. And they have not uploaded it yet. Wow. Remember that first goal he scored?
Yes.
In Eau Claire, right?
Yes. Yeah, that was... Yep, I do.
I mean, that's the kind of hands that kid has, right?
When he gets a little time and space, right?
Yep. Humberstone now for Stevens Point around. Up in front of the net, turnover. Bouncing puck comes loose. Off the wall. My question I was going to get to before the Pointers scored, Sean, is when's the last time the Pointers had 2 freshman goaltenders play in a year? You know?
Yes,
a long time. Near side.
I think
you got to go back to Max Milosik's freshman year, maybe?
Maybe.
And he and, well, we'll see. All right, Dawson Chirino carries it in. Work's not done yet. We're even at 2, 5:50 to go here. And cleared out high. Gusties lifted ahead. Big hit Humberstone. That prevented perhaps an odd man rush back the other way, and they whack at each other out in the neutral zone. Comes in. Helly, I think, is just going to cover this up, and we'll get a whistle. 5:37 to go in the third. We are even at 2.
As the face-off will stay deep in the Pointer end. Was Max, his freshman year, was that
Kevin Gibson Pizza Pie at Hamlin was his first game. I remember
so that.
Was
it Brandon Jager would have been his senior year.
Yeah. See, it's got to be a long time.
In our recent, since we've been back.
You're going to have to go back many notebooks here.
Many.
Long range shot bounces through side of the net. A shot off the far post. Came through. Gusties cleared up ahead. Harris and Stewart hustling. They'll wave off the icing call. Stewart leaves it back behind the net. Pointers have started to get a little time and space here, Sean. Here's Fletcher Anderson weaves through. Back the other way with Finstrom. Anderson coming, hops it out high. Flipped away from behind. Kyle Heffron. But the Pointers turn it back over, and back the other way they come ahead. Here's Finstrom far side. Drags it through a defender. He'll go to the far corner. 5:05 to go here in the third. And the Gusties into the neutral zone. Back to the near side. Jack Suki. Suki holds up, fires a shot. Smith with a save. Rebound in the near corner. And it is Aromatario with it. Now Fletcher Anderson surveys things up, waits ahead, tried to hit Noah Finstrom too strong. Kyler Fenton back to get it. Far wall. Pointers get a stick on it. Here's Jordan Fader. Fader coming in, 1-on-2. Fader holds, fires a shot. Boy, that hit the outside of the net. Water bottle went up and is standing straight up on top of the net. Pointers try to put some pressure on here in the near corner. 4:25 to go in regulation.
Coming up, Tom.
Penalty call coming up against Gustavus as Jordan Fader, I believe, hit from behind or a cross check. 4:22 to go in the third. A skyward power play for the Pointers.
Well, they're going to get their chance here in regulation. Their third power play of the night. 0 for the season through 3 games, almost 3 games. Cross check to the Gusties. Pointers off to their third power play of the night.
Kyler Fenton will go off here. 4:22 to go in the third, and if there's ever a time to get your power play going, here it is.
You bet that.
All right, off the face-off. Quickly, the Gusties somehow manage to gain control and then flip it up in the roof, though. Pointers get a break here. So, your live stats locked there, my friend?
Yes, they are, my friend.
All right. Face-off controlled here by the Pointers. Chirino up high. They get it down the length of the ice. And we'll see. Pointers with it. Brady Smith leaves it back. Here's Chirino. He'll walk in. Poked it away from him. That's pretty good penalty killing there by the Gusties. All right, Matthias Smith. Now the goaltender of record in this one here. Aromatario with it ahead. Pointers get it in. Here comes Noah Finstrom. 3:40 to go. German after it into the far corner. Tied up there with Jack Tremer. Tremer coughed it up. Here's Noah Finstrom. Finstrom out. He'll wait. Gets it out to Aromatario. 1:06 to go in the skyward power play. Smith deep to Chirino in the far corner. He'll accelerate. Back out to Smith. Cross ice to Aromatario. No shot. Out high to Smith. He'll feed it in. Chirino coming. Tried to come back to the near side, and that's smothered by the Gusties again. And they poke it away from Brady Smith on the far side. Aromatario with it. 3:08 to go in regulation. 45 seconds remaining in the skyward power play. Aromatario will pull it back to get a fresh power play unit out here. Hennigan pulls it back. Witherspoon, Fletcher Anderson out there as well. Hennigan going to pick it up now. Drops to Fletcher Anderson. Far side Witherspoon. Witherspoon around with speed. Centers it back to the middle. And nobody home. Anderson a good body position here to force it to the far corner. Hill overskates the puck. 20 seconds to go out on the power play. Hennigan with it. Now out high along the blue line. Far side Witherspoon. Fanned on it. Now got it back. Witherspoon near side to Hill. Here's Hennigan with a one-timer. Rebound loose. Hill with a shot. Oh, pinball through. Hit a skate and went wide. Here's Hennigan to the rebound. He's hemmed up there, and the Gusties send it the length of the ice. This will kill it off. 2:20 to go in regulation. Even at 2. Matthias Smith. As here comes Mick Hennigan. Hennigan charging through the neutral zone. Will just keep it going. Hennigan sheds off a defender. Near side he goes. He scored a big goal last week for the Pointers. A shot whistles wide. Hill to it. Gusties after the rebounds. Will go out of play. No, it stays in. Fader will get it. He'll cycle back near his own blue line. Feeds near side to Gonrowski. Long outlet pass ahead. Here's Fader coming right through the middle. Splits two defenders. Jordan Fader with a shot. Helly with a save. Rebound to the near corner. Minute 45 to go in regulation. Here's Gonrowski. He'll fire a shot. Helly fought that one off with a blocker. Gusties rim it around. Here's Gonrowski. Back deep in the corner to Fader coming. Another shot. That went wide. Minute 35 to go. All possession here for the Pointers. Here is Poulias. Back behind the net. And Stevens Point trying to set up in front of the net. Well, Jamfort still tied up there. Gusties will try to come in and get it. Minute 20 to go. Pointers still trying to dig it out. Now they'll come in deep waiting. Pointers come away with it. It's Cody Moline with it. Out high to Gonrowski. Cross ice to Harrison Stewart. Stewart sets it up. He'll go deep behind the net to Jordan Fader. Side of the net. Tried to muscle it ahead to Poulias. And the Gusties will get it and they'll flip it out. And will this go far enough for icing? Stevens Point gonna hustle. Here's Gonrowski. Quickly ahead to Poulias. Chips it in on the far side. A minute to go in regulation. A year ago, the Pointers did in the Gusties in the final minute. Can they do it again? 53 seconds remaining. Turnover. Hennigan in front of the net. Chips it ahead for Moline into the near corner. Behind it goes. 45 seconds to go.
Penalty coming out by the Gustavus,
against the Gusties in the final minute. And I tell you what, an interference call. And the Gusties bench losing their mind.
Yep. Jackson Helly cross-checked Noah Finstrom as he went through the upper part of the crease and hauled him down. So it'll be Jackson Helly, 2 minutes for interference, and the Pointers are going to have a power play here in the last minute of the game, and then if we move on to the overtime period, they'll have a 4-on-3 power play. Timeout, Stevens Point.
Stevens Point going to take a timeout. We'll take one as well. 42 seconds remaining here on the Pointers Sports Network. At Papa John's Pizza, the secret to success is much like the secret to making a great pizza. The more you put into it, the more you get out of it. Whether it's signature sauce, toppings, original fresh dough, or even the box itself, Papa John's invests in ingredients to ensure the finest quality pizza. Call Papa John's at 715-972-1414 for delivery, or stop by Division Street for carry-out to order your favorite pizza, breadsticks, or wings today. Papa John's, a proud sponsor of Pointer Athletics.
Bring home incredible internet, TV, and phone services with TDS Fiber. Register now at tdsfiber.com/radio. Enjoy cyber-spacious internet speeds up to 1 gig at your home or business. Plus, change the way you watch TV with our whole home DVR. Can't get that with cable. Powerful internet, premium services. Go to tdsfiber.com/radio to register, learn about bonus offers, and more. TDS Fiber available in certain areas. See website for details.
At Papa John's Pizza, the secret to... All right, back here at World Arena, Tom Weaver, Sean McMahon.
Oh,
I can't take this, man.
this is enough of this. These close games.
I tell you what, I give full props to the Gusties here.
Oh, man, absolutely.
This has been fun. 42.8 seconds remaining. And it is Peter Filipov.
That's empty for the Pointers.
Pointers have pulled the extra attacker on to go 5-on-3. Stevens Point with it. Hennigan, far side. Here's Connor Witherspoon out high to Hennigan. 35 to go. Tyler Krieger wants a win in regulation. Now back with it. Here's Fletcher Anderson with it. He'll bring it out high. Anderson coming around, firing a shot. Jackson Helly with a save and hangs on with 25 seconds remaining. And Sean, this is all about your resume.
You bet it is.
A regulation win versus an overtime win is
huge.
Is what it is. So it is 6-on-4 as the Pointers have pulled the goaltender here. Finstrom to take the face off. Pointers with it. Here's Hennigan. Cross ice. One-time shot. That's wired wide. Witherspoon to the rebound. Threw it in front. Rebound shot. No goal. Went wide over the top of the net. I thought they had it. David Hill now centers it.
Hustle there.
Here's the Gusties. Now the Pointers with an alert stick. Fletcher Anderson with it. Anderson coming. Fires a shot. Fought off. Rebound. Finstrom. Rebound is loose. 6 seconds to go. Centering pass. Backhanded shot. Fired. Helly with a save. 3 seconds. Toward an empty net. Diving effort. Goes just wide. At the end of regulation, Stevens Point will carry a minute 17 of a Skyward power play to regulation.
Unbelievable. So we'll go to third overtime game in as many games this year. We'll have a 4-on-3 power play for a minute 17 for the Pointers. Wow. And the Riverboat Gambler, Tyler Krieger, he got some offense, did he, though? I mean, he wanted his team to get the regulation win, and it almost paid off for the Pointers.
All right, we'll take a break, set you up for overtime. Tied at 2 on the Pointers Sports Network.
UWSP Athletics partners with BSN Sports, the largest provider of team sports equipment and apparel in the country. Pointers and BSN would like to thank all the coaches on and off the field. While BSN Sports is the best at equipping athletes, coaches are the best at equipping lives, and that's the real final score. Learn more at bsnsports.com.
Sport Clips Haircuts has an app. Download the app. Upgrade your experience.
All right, people, bring it in. The Sport Clips app. Use it to check in, track your arrival time, get heads-up alerts. Why is that important?
Because guys don't like to wait.
That's right, Alicia. Convenience.
The Sport Clips app. If it were any more convenient, it would cut your hair. Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Opt-in required. Message and data fees may apply.
Want to get your degree and stay debt-free? With the Wisconsin Army National Guard, you can get paid to be a full-time student with their 100% tuition reimbursement program. You can join the Guard, be a part-time soldier, and earn a degree. Call Sergeant First Class Mike Parks at 920-279-7527 or visit NationalGuard.com to learn more. The Wisconsin Army National Guard, a proud sponsor of Pointers Athletics.
All right, back here at Willett Arena, Tom Weaver, Sean McMahon getting set for overtime. Sean, Stevens Point outshoots Gustavus in the third period at 16-2 and 45-12 for the game. As the Pointers, Wilson Northey is second of the year from Harrison Stewart at 12:45 is the leveler there. So the Pointers get consecutive goals, 5 minutes to go in the second and about 8 minutes into the third period. Wilson Northey. Matthias Smith comes in, makes 2 saves. And Sean, I'm trying to look over to where the Pointers come on. Looks like Ryan Wagner in street clothes. Is that what it looks like?
Yes, sir.
It looks like.
Yep.
Or whatever he's wearing. Who knows?
In his warm-ups or...
Yeah. All right, Matthias Smith will come. We will go to overtime. And the Pointers will have a minute 17 to go on a Skyward power play to try to get a win. Jackson Helly, 43 saves for the Gusties. Adrian up now 6-1 over Superior. Correct. And it looks like things are getting a little loose up there.
Yep.
It started loose. And
it's just gotten worse.
All right, here's Jordan Fader for the Pointers out there with Fletcher Anderson. And watch Matthias Smith. And he will look and see if he'll come off. Connor Witherspoon coming, feeds it far side, Jordan Fader. Now Smith will hold up and stay. Here's Fletcher Anderson with the 5 side. 4-on-3 power play here. Hennigan near side. He'll leave it. One-time shot Anderson just missed. And a rebound here to the Gusties on the near side. Pointers after it and unable to come away with it. Dylan Gass brings it up. Gass coming near side. There's a shot that goes wide. George Hansen to the rebound, far side. Stevens Point. 40 seconds remaining. Here's Stevens Point. They will push it on the right wing. Fletcher Anderson in. He'll dip his shoulder, come in, try to get around. Anderson's circling around, centers it, comes through. Hennigan had it for a minute. Here's Connor Witherspoon. They will reset it. 25 to go on the power play. Witherspoon with it. He'll wait, holds, feeds far side to Anderson. Anderson with a shot. Helly with a glove save. Wow.
Anderson looks to the ceiling, Tom. Thought he had that labeled in the upper corner. Helly, great save with the glove hand rather. Offensive zone face-off, 20 seconds remaining in the Pointers' fourth power play of the night.
4:02 to go in overtime. Here's Jordan Fader to take the face-off. Gusties sent it the length of the ice. Matthias Smith out to play it. And here is Mick Hennigan for Stevens Point. Hennigan up, he'll carry it in on the far side. Hennigan now to the far corner. Hennigan waiting, coming in front. Jordan Fader fanned on it. Right back to Hennigan, back to even strength. Fletcher Anderson. Anderson now walks through a defender, keeps going. Anderson goes through again. Anderson keeps it going, comes in, fires a shot. Glove save made by Helly. Rebound to Anderson on the near side, chops it in front, comes right to the stick of Christian Miller. Miller cycling back. Pointers relentless on the forecheck here with Connor Witherspoon. Gusties break it out, puck is loose. Bouncing puck comes through. Witherspoon took a penalty. Oh, Connor Witherspoon, Sean, won the battle on the forecheck, didn't have to do it, and will get a cross-checking call. The Gusties will get a chance at a power play.
Yep, now it'll be the Gusties' turn with a 4-on-3. And you just didn't need to do that as the Gusties were overskating the puck. And it's going to be timeout Gustavus, Tom.
Yeah.
But the Gusties were overskating the puck at the offensive blue line, and Connor just ran him over.
Yeah.
So this will only be the second power play of the night for Gustavus.
All right, 3:16 to go here. So it'll be a 4-on-3 power play for Gustavus. So looking at some other scores, Adrian now up 6-1 over Superior. Looks like, Eau Claire here, Sean, 2 in the third has got to even with St. John's. UW Stout leading St. Scholastica 4-1. Hamlin leading St. Mary's by a score of 3-2. And looks like River Falls has gotten a third period goal to go up 1-0 over Concordia. It's a power play tally by Connor McGrath for the Falcons that gets them going. All right, penalty killers now for Stevens Point. As Gustavus, well, their second power play of the night, right?
Your freshman goaltender is going to grow up in an awful hurry here in this power play for Gustavus.
All right, off the face-up, Pointers kick it free, short-handed. Here comes Brady Smith. Brady Smith short-handed with Fader, dishes it back.
Pointers got to get back.
Pointers now got to get back. They may have a 2-on-1, but the Gusties kind of delay a little bit. Smith hustling back to get there. Brady Smith after it, ties it up, trying to kick it out of the zone. Jordan Fader digs it free. He's tripped up from behind. Pointers wanted a penalty call. They'll saucer it to the near side. Here's Kyler Fenton holding it in. Minute 35 to go on the power play. 2:48 to go in overtime. Gustavus, near side shot, pouncing, puck went wide. Smith caught off balance, but it went wide to the far corner. Wilson Northey after it. Gusties dig it out. They'll come back to the near side, mishandle the puck. I think this Gustie group might be out of gas a little bit here. Sloth coming back near side, one-timer, they'll fake it. Back to his feet is Fader. Minute 10 to go on the power play. They will walk in, backdoor they go. It's kicked toward the net. Matthias Smith with a save. Jordan Fader the rebound, tries to kick it ahead to Wilson Northey. Northey with a collision, able to clear it out. He'll chase after it, still has it for a minute. Now the Gusties get it. They'll flip it back near their own blue line. 55 seconds to go, 2:10 to go in overtime. Brandon Sloth will let his mates come on in a change. Here's Kyle Heffron. Heffron to the far side, flips it back here out high to Toby Singbongsai. Back to the point. Gustavus, far side. They'll look to center it. Back out high they come. This is Christian Miller coming in, firing a shot. Smith with a save. Rebound is there, cleared out off the far boards. And it's Noah Finstrom with it. Finstrom with a chance back the other way. A little stop-start. They ride it away from him. Then he works it free again. 23 seconds remaining. Finstrom short-handed after it. Gusties with it on the far side. They'll pull it back. Kicked free. Here's Finstrom again on the forecheck, working it loose. Minute and a half remaining in overtime. Gustavus with it, far side, Christian Miller. Miller feeds it to the far boards. Jack Suki with it, taken away by Humberstone. That's it. Back to even strength, 4-on-4. Harrison Stewart out there. Here's the Gusties trying to jam it in front. Nobody home. They'll go far corner. Misplayed. Poulias hustling. Can't come away with it. Out at the point now. They'll backhand it ahead into the far corner. It goes with Kyle Heffron. Far side pushed away for a minute. Pointers gain possession. Humberstone clears it out. Here's Noah Finstrom back the other way. Noah Finstrom coming. Little head fake move. Now tries to backhand it. Spins it off. Comes out high. Stick check. Turning shot. Helly with a save. Harrison Stewart to the rebound. 48 seconds to go in overtime. Near side. Here's Poulias coming in. Andrew Poulias to the front of the net. Comes back. Shot. Fired. Went just wide. Harrison Stewart. The Pointers set it up beautifully. Back the other way comes Gustavus. Out of gas to center ice. Kyle Heffron with it. Heffron around. 32 seconds to go. Heffron coming in. Wires a shot high. Went wide. Held in at the point on the near side. Poulias after it. 23 seconds to go in regulation. Stewart gambling to try to come away with it. Gusties pull it up near side. Can't get a shot. 18 to go in overtime. Gusties misplay it. Stevens Point back the other way as Poulias will chase after it. Can't come up with it. 8 seconds remaining. Far side Pointers force a collision. Will they get one chance here? 5 seconds to go. Offsides call here against the Gusties. Long range pass ahead. That'll do it. A 2-2 tie here. And I'm not sure if we're going to go a shootout or not. So Stevens Point 0-1-2 officially. And that is going to do it. The Golden Gusties, Sean, gave the Pointers everything they could handle here.
Yeah, absolutely. You give the credit to this young Golden Gusties squad. Brett Peterson said his team is improved. They may make some noise in the MIAC, Tom, this season as they played the Pointers for 65 minutes strong, and we'll have another tie here. The Pointers 0-1-2 now. Looking for goal scoring.
Yep, St. Scholastica is. Boy, got it, and shots on goal again, not a problem. It's just finish it.
They had their chances in overtime in the third period. I think Coach Krieger is going to look back at the first period again. He started a little bit, you got it going a little bit, but then Gustavus back in the game in the second half of that first period, and then that gave him life, right? And all the confidence in a young squad like this.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back with our post-game show. Stevens Point and Gustavus tie at 2 here on the Pointer Sports Network.
Your family's safety is important. And with winter driving coming, Sherrill Tire and Service can help. Sherrill Tire and Service Centers can help with new tires and a pre-season tune-up, so your entire vehicle is winter ready. Sherrill Tire and Service, Plover, Stevens Point, Weston, Wisconsin Rapids, Marshfield, and Medford. And online at SherrillTire.com.
Sherrill Tire and Service, get your car done right.
Hey sports fans, if supportive teammates, a great culture, and an honest shot at advancement make for a win, then you'll be victorious when you join Skyward's award-winning team. You'll help put powerful data in the hands of school leaders who serve over 7 million students around the world. Innovation, collaboration, and fun are all a part of the Skyward culture. So what are you waiting for? Apply today at skyward.com/careers and join more than 275 Pointer alumni at Skyward.
All right, back here at KB Willett Arena. Tom Weaver, Sean McMahon.
First week in November is jam-packed.
Joined now by the head coach of the Pointers, Tyler Krieger. And Coach, a little slow out of the gate. Just one of those, consistency was hard to come by here tonight, wasn't it?
Yeah. It's, I don't know what the answers are. We're going to have to take a look deep in the mirror, and we're just missing something. We're missing that extra mojo, missing that extra jump, missing the confidence, not making the plays when they're there. And it stems from every day. You don't win these games come Saturday or Friday night. It's every single week we've been inconsistent in practice, and it's inconsistent in the game.
I thought you put your other freshman goaltender in a spot in the third period. He answered the call for you here tonight, didn't he?
Yeah, Wags, I didn't see the play. Wags went out to play the puck and got hit there and wasn't feeling too good. So it's a tough position to come into there in your first college hockey game and down 2-1, and he made some nice saves there to keep us in it.
You got to be happy with Wilson Northey's play through 3 games here. He fifth-year guy comes back. That's what you hope to get out of him, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, he says it all the time. Whatever he does in life or anytime he gets on the ice, he wants to make an impact in some way possible. And he does it. He's a clutch guy, comes up in those big moments and scored a big goal here.
You also got Connor Witherspoon on the score sheet. Sam Hyde got an assist. That they get some of that secondary scoring is going to be huge as we move through here.
Yeah, for sure. I thought Sam had a great game. Didn't play last weekend and had a good last 6-7 days of practice. Really good and trusted it. I thought he was really, really good tonight. Probably one of the better games I've seen him play.
Set yourself up for tomorrow. You got to start with winning the battle between the ears, right?
Yeah, it's all mental. It's all mental. It's not X's and O's. We're fine X's and O's. It's just mental. It's lapses in games. We put it on for a stretch, and then we look like one of the worst teams in college hockey for the next stretch. And just consistency game to game. Scholastica's a good team. They're faster than that. They try to stretch the ice, and it's going to be a run and gun. It's going to take our best game.
All right, Coach, thanks. Appreciate it.
I guess.
All right, Pointers Coach Tyler Krieger here, as it is Gustavus that comes here and extends the Pointer winless streak to 3 games, Sean. We haven't said that in a long time.
Long time.
That it is. But, I tell you what, when we talked to Brett Peterson, boy, you talk about him setting up the script for his fellas.
He did.
Keep the game simple and battle and compete, and that's exactly what the Gusties did here. At times they took it to the point.
And quite simply, they played the perfect road game, right? In the first period, they tally about midway through on their best chance of the period, and they just counterpunched all night. They waited for their opportunities, and credit that young team as they learned a lot over last year and into this year, and they're ready to roll.
That they did. All right, so Nate Stone got on the board at 15-18 to the first, assisted by Kyle Heffron. Pointers outshoot Gustavus 12-5 in the first period, but it's the Gusties a 1-0 lead. They extended their lead at 7:39 to the second. Mason Hendrickson is first of the year from Stanislav Danayev, and it was 2-0 Gustavus. Pointers answering at 15:36. Connor Witherspoon is first of the year. Sam Ide and Cody Moline credited for the assists there. And then Wilson Northey is second of the year at 12:45 of the third. Harrison Stewart with the assist. We were even at 2. Pointers outshooting the Gusties 16-2 in the third, and each team with 2 shots on goal in overtime, so 47-14, the shots on goal in favor of the Pointers. Pointer power play 0 for 4, but Sean, 10 shots credited on the power play here tonight for the Pointers. The Gusties go 0 for 2. They were credited with 3 shots on the power play here tonight. Ryan Wagner played the first 2 periods, made 4 saves in each period for a game total of 8. Matthias Smith comes in the third period, makes 2 saves in the third, 2 in overtime. So the freshman out of British Columbia, his first action. And I tell you what, Sean, he passed the test coming in, come through here, and we hope Ryan Wagner's all right. But again, sounds like a collision, and the old went into the room and didn't come back out. We haven't seen that in a while, so better err on the side of caution there, and we'll see what happens there tomorrow night. So Gustavus in Stevens Point, a 2-2 tie, as again Jackson Helly 45 saves here tonight, and Sean, I'm going to say he's our player of the game here.
100%.
45 saves and on the road, and the first matchup coming in for the junior. That's exactly what they needed. Kept it simple, got good goaltending, and Gustavus. I got to think Brett Peterson's got to be thrilled with a 2-2 tie coming here at Stevens Point. He'll go to Eau Claire tomorrow night. So, and we'll get a quick report here. Tied at 3 late in the third are St. John's and Eau Claire. Stout has a 4-1 lead. Actually, Stout has defeated St. Scholastica by a score of 4-1, and it looks like River Falls late, leading Concordia, Wisconsin, by a score of 1-0 in that game. And Adrian and Superior are 6 minutes to go here, and it's now, I think it's 6-2. Actually, I believe I saw that. The Yellow Jackets have gotten on the board,
6-3.
and now 6-3 as they have
6-4.
just scored again, and so trying to make a comeback here. We'll see, but what is it? Does St. John's go up there tomorrow night?
Concordia, Minnesota goes over
there tomorrow night. That's right. All right. That's going to do it here. Hope you'll join us again tomorrow night. St. Scholastica got to be better tomorrow.
I don't like to call Game 4 a must-win, but for the psyche of this hockey team, you got to get something positive going.
Got to get some mojo going. That's going to do it. All right, Gustavus, Stevens Point tie at 2 for Sean McMahon. I'm Tom Weaver. Hope you'll join us tomorrow night, 6:45 for our pregame coverage as the Pointers host St. Scholastica right here on the Pointer Sports Network.
This has been UW Stevens Point Hockey on the Pointers Sports Network. Pointers Hockey on the Pointers Sports Network is brought to you by Marshfield Clinic Health System, Skyward, U.S. Bank, Century Insurance, Century World, PJ's Restaurant, Team Sherrill Companies, Subway, Stevens Point Brewery, General Beer, also by Papa John's, the National Guard, TDS Fiber, Buffalo Wild Wings, Len Dudas Motors, Dunkin' Donuts and Baskin Robbins in Stevens Point, Sport Clips, Hilltop Pub and Grill, Auto Select, Pizza Ranch, Coca-Cola, and BSN Sports Under Armour. This broadcast is an exclusive presentation of UW Stevens Point Athletics. Join us again for Pointers Hockey on the Pointers Sports Network.